I picked up this, huh. Oh, it's checked that one off because we've already done it. Early Earth observation satellites. This is basically just contracts to get science. So we're going to do the dedicated Earth imaging satellite because our Modelo 3Q already fits that role. So we're going to go ahead and roll that out to the pad, and then we'll start building stuff for other contracts while we're waiting on our, or we'll start queuing things for other contracts while we're waiting on our moonshot to finish up. What just happened? I don't know. What just happened? How are we doing on money? We're pretty good on money. I must have missed it too, Toby. I'm sorry. Warp to complete. Stream looked like it ended? What? Yeah. My bitrate is showing okay-ish, but my internet has been super wonky. Oh, yeah, it's saying... Uh-oh. Oh, it says I'm live. Am I live? Stream stopped. Now it's going again. Oh, fun. Okay. Well, so it might be me. Or you said in response to saying no, just a lull period. Oh, okay. I did say, well, man, that sucks. I'm glad you got a lull, but ouch. I don't know. Enjoy the enjoy the lulls, which is a really bad turn of phrase, but I'm real happy to see you, Wook. Thanks for spending your lull with me. Privet! How's it going, Basila? Man. Tons of old familiar faces turning up today. Alright, oh man, my monitor is failing, so like, anything below where my mouse pointer is right now, I cannot see. Like, all of this down here, all these are cut off just right near the top, so they're very difficult for me to see. So yeah, waiting for the appraisal to finish, you can get cash out, and then get ready for market. Oh, talking about selling your house? Ah, yes. I know how much fun that can be. Wait a minute, didn't we do lunar? Oh no, we didn't do lunar orbiter. We're trying to do crude orbit. Scatter your ass over the summer. Fuck. Truth, and nothing is more demotivating than sweaty balls. Dedicated Earth imaging satellite. This is what we're going to do. Must have electric charge for 8 hours. Check. Basic film camera. Check. Below 200,000. Inclination between 70 and 80. We can totally knock that out. Oh, thank you, Stream Elements. Oh, hey, my internet. I mean, I know just like rebooting the router would probably fix this. It's just really hard to do. It's not hard. It's not like actually difficult. It's just, like when the single most reliable method to get child out of our hair is to plant them in front of their, I have an old cell phone that I've commissioned for her to use to watch, PBS Kids and stuff like that. And if the internet goes out, she's in full-on meltdown mode. And when we actually have some time to ourselves, most of it is spent like watching something or playing something, both which require the internet, unfortunately. So, yeah. We rely very solely on our internet for a whole lot of things. It's like finding time to not have internet is hard. I mean, I could do it like right before bed, but at that point I'm just too tired to care. Oh, orbital inclination needs to be between 70 and 80 degrees. I think we're just going to go straight for 90 just because we know we can, and this rocket will make it. Reboot it with a Louisville Slugger. I'd love to, but then that would probably feel the best, right? Take it out to a field. Just, you've seen Office Space, right? There's a whole scene with a printer. So satisfying. Alright, engage autopilot and ignition. Let's get this show on the road, because I actually want to knock out a bunch of contracts today. I feel like we've been doing a lot of prep work for a lot of things for the last, 5 or 6 streams without making any actual progress. So this week I'm really hoping that we can just progress. Much progression to be had. Oh man. Speaking of progression, I changed out the front brakes and rotors on my Mazda 3 today. I did the rears like 2 weeks ago. I've never, oh yeah, a couple of weeks ago I ranted about how I've never seen a car chew through rear brakes faster than it chews through front brakes, but my car apparently does. But I'm happy now to have all four freshened up. One of your died recently, so you had to reconfigure another one to become the router. Oh, fun. Is this new RP1 with those programs and leaders? Indeed it is, Basila. So Spectrum was 130 a month just for service, no equipment. Jesus, that is bullshit. I say, yeah, I had Spectrum until, I don't know, September-ish of 2022? Yeah. And like we had their mid-tier $50 a month package, which was honestly BS, and the speeds were pretty awful most of the time. But yeah, like their fiber package was, yeah, 130 then plus equipment rental, which I was like, dude, what? Come on. And AT&T came in and had their fiber, which is what I had at my old house, and was phenomenal, although apparently is significantly less phenomenal now because I've been having lots of fun issues with it. I got the brake fluid on the Volvo flushed. It's the original fluid from 2006. and, and a lot of moisture. This 130 is for cable, no, not fiber? Really? Oh man, that is some gougy nonsense. Holy hell, man. I'm prepared for this kind of game. Lunar landing only in 1971. Terrible. I am going to try very hard to do better than that. I don't know if I'll beat history, because I think I'm about a year behind history on putting a Kerbal into Earth orbit, but we might try to ratchet it up and just go for broke. You never know. I feel like the fine control of the pedal is better now. I mean, it should be. Get a fresh fluid, no moisture in there, causing it to, I don't know, feel stupid. Like, yeah, as a course of habit, I bleed the brakes out every time I change them, so I try to run 3 or 4 full pedal strokes through just to push the old brake fluid out, especially the stuff that's in the caliper that's gotten well warmed up. And just make sure that I've pushed all that out, freshened it up with some good .4. 30 a month for internet. 10 terabytes, I hope. Man, yeah, no. I think cable will top you out at, yeah, 300 megabit. Exactly. Yeesh. Kerbals took until like 2018 to reach Earth orbit in our timeline. You're well under par. Yay! How's it going, Nova? Good to see you. Oh, we can turn this camera on and start collecting some data while we're at it. Spectrum's pricing is very opaque. Spectrum's good at being opaque, because, I don't know, the more certainty they give you, the more you can complain because you're not meeting their exact verbiage. So they try to just make it as vague as possible so that if you complain about something, you'd be like, well, that's not what we actually mean. Just so you know. Alright, yeah, we can step this back into physics warp. Let me bring up the contract details so that we can... Yep, check. We're just going to have to sit in orbit for 8 hours. We'll let our film canister fill up before we do that, and hopefully we'll see a quality return on it. I can only hope. No, we still got... Oh yeah, this is the newer version. Do we have the landing bag under the heat shield here? We do. Apparently I forgot to remove that thing. Whatever that thing was for. Oh, that's the separating for the spin motors, duh. Derp. Alright, oh, coming up on sausage deployment. Tunk! There they go. Sausages away. Pay $14 for 100 megabit in Minsk. Stop blaming your IP for greedy. Man, what the fuck? Huh. Yeah, I'll say I pay $80 a month for AT&T fiber. Jeez. I want European internet. I guess the ping would be horrible from here to there, but those kind of prices, I think I'd deal with it. Alright, what do we got until orbit? About 10 seconds, and then we can shut down on the 0105. Well, there's orbit. Give me just a second here. Somebody needs the ban. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. So very cheap, actually. But so as EU has, I suppose. Fair enough. Okay, hey, we're in orbit. I guess, yep, timer is timering. We'll just leave it all attached for now. Why not try to pull our junk down with us? Let's load this up so that we can monitor it for being full. Good. Great little bit of spin there. We got 8 hours of this to go at least, so we'll let it. I think we've got 10 hours of endurance on the batteries, give or take, so we should have no problem just sweeping this one under. Waiting. Yeah, that's a lot of biomes we already cleared. This is pretty much the model country for telecom greed. You know, fair enough. Oh, Russian spy satellite? We are not spying. Absolutely not a spy satellite. It just takes pictures of clouds. Like, sometimes what's beneath them kind of shows up and is in frame and has solid resolution, but it's totally not the intention of the satellite. Yeah, and we are complete, but we're waiting until this thing runs out of slots for its data. Well, I guess I should be monitoring the batteries now just to make sure. Oh yeah, we're probably going to run out of battery before we run out of film canister slots. Oh, okay, observing. Yes, we are just observing. Casually observing. Yep, there's our battery warning. So we'll take what we can get here. Let's go ahead and transfer the data in and start plotting our descent. I should be able to see it from here. There it is. Clink. Ascent guidance. You can go away. Thank you. Transfer data here. Oh, we only got 9 slots. Dang it. Anyway, what milestones did you miss in the past couple of months? I think lunar flyby and lunar impactor were only real milestones. We did do geostationary, tundra, Molina orbits as well. Now we got a landing bag. We don't really need to be too concerned on our descent path, but it looks like I can't see what's at night, so we'll just do what we can here. Thrusters to arm. Yeah, we have attempted lunar orbit at least 10 times and failed. We have one in orbit because I cheated. I turned on infinite electric charge, but the solar panels weren't working, and I forgot to take the contract, so it doesn't count in like 7 different ways. Surprisingly few plane crashes. Yes, I think we still have only had the one plane crash. The one death from, but I think you were here for that. Tundra's 24, Molina is 12. Yep, and we have knocked both that out. Okay, no, you're answering Wookiee's question, which I should have read first, but didn't. Tundra's 24, Molina is 12. Right? I think. I'll take Basila's word for it. Because I don't remember. Alright, let's jack up the speed on this so that we can hurry up and get to our deorbit point. Having issues with the runway acting like it was covered with mouse traps. Yeah, and we did do we did suborbital spaceplane also. And that's where our crude program with those kind of stopped, and I don't think we've flown another one since. We did close out the X-Planes program with that, so we really don't have a reason to fly them again. But we still have the 2 aircraft hangared. I think our one superstar astronaut has retired, so there's that. Don't know how to answer the message here directly. I'm not a regular Twitch user. If you want to tag somebody, it's ampersand at, and then start typing their name. It should autocorrect, and then it'll highlight for them. Move up the flight roster without doing anything to deserve it. It's not good for morale. Indeed. True that. Alright, let's go ahead and separate out that. Oh, yeah, that really... I forgot that was... an enthusiastic separation. Yeah, let's get this closer to where we hit Atmos so we can reorient to retro. Discord way. Okay, yeah, pretty much. Alright. Orient to retrograde. Do we have comms? Oh, we do. I can switch this to kill rotation and then pivot us up a little bit, and that will aid with our rather steep descent. If only ever so slightly. Let's transfer data here, make sure we're getting all of it, and we'll go ahead and separate off the return vessel. Wow. Oh, okay, that put our periapsis back up to 76. So we're right back where we started, and at least we're clear of all of our debris. God, I wish dialing those things down would work a little better. Oh, there's no arm chute. Maybe it is armed. Who knows? Okay. The thing you just jettisoned might stay in orbit after that. It really might. So no matter, there's no amount of dialing down the decouplers that actually dials down the decouplers anymore, which is fascinating but true. All right. So make sure our contract, yeah, return the film to the surface. That's all we got to do. And this one is clear. Where are we coming down? Okay. We're headed north though, aren't we? So if we're maybe the North Sea, probably the Arctic Circle, somewhere in there-ish, probably, maybe. Somewhat isn't. Bombing Plesetsk. Sorry guys, can we just can we collect those cameras of all your sensitive inspirations there? We'd really like that film back. So this might be the first year where neither of the big PC parts companies have anything compelling to launch for Christmas season. Oh, interesting. I've been intentionally not paying attention because I really should probably replace. Well, one, I should replace my failing monitor. Two, I should replace my aging 1060. And I don't have money for either, so I'll just be like, I can't look at PC parts because then I'll start trying to justify doing dumb things like selling stuff. Yeah, I could probably get $50 for my old Xbox 360. That'll put a dent in it. 14th gen is a waste. Intel's a waste of sand. Ouch. So most of the sub 80 series, 4000 Nvidia, and sub 790 AMD stuff is barely better than the previous gen. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to read up on it. Dang it. I guess I'm looking into used stuff anyway, so this, I don't know. Every time they release new stuff, if it's worthwhile new stuff, there's a price drop on the old stuff. If the new stuff is garbage, oh, there's us crossing the North Pole. The new stuff is garbage. The old stuff price point kind of stays the same or goes up, and man, the used video card price pointing right now is just pain. Only stuff that's actually moving the bar is the Zen 5 7000 series X3D chips. And the flagship GPUs that came out in 2022. Still hold on to your 760. Fiscal responsibility, gang! No hopes of ever playing KSP2. I'm just kind of like, if they optimize it enough for my 760, then maybe I'll think about it. I mean, I got Starfield, and I can run it in much lower res than what I'm used to, and everything kind of looks a little fuzzy, and the effects are stuttery. I don't think I've even booted up KSP2 since initial launch. Well, no, I've booted up once or twice since then, and just kind of been like, now I remember. 3% uplift over 13th gen. Oh wow. And that shows how amazing they are. You didn't know that they released. Fair enough. I would say, yeah, I guess I haven't heard many people talking about it in my daily dive into internet news and stuff. So there's that for us. I do like Starfield. I mean, I guess the figures of it being, Fallout in space or Skyrim in space, hold mostly true, I guess. Um, but I really enjoyed Fallout. I've actually never played Skyrim. It's just not really my thing, but I don't know. I I have been guilty of being a Fallout fanboy because Fallout 1 and 2 were like two of the foundational games I played when I was in high school. And when Fallout 3 came out, I was very excited, even though they changed everything about it, in my opinion, that made it Fallout. It was still a fun game, and I still enjoyed the hell out of it. And I did for every Fallout title until 76 came out, which was a massive disappointment, which I deleted within 6 months of buying it and have never picked it back up again. This sideways oscillation is not going great for us, is it? I expect the arrow shell to disintegrate, but I'm really kind of on the fence about the rest of these bars and what could possibly else be melting on this. But yeah, I think Starfield is different enough. Plop, there goes our arrow shell. Expected that one. Starfield is different enough to make it worthwhile. There's enough new stuff to do where it is pretty fun, and I have been enjoying it. There's a lot about it that does leave some things to be desired, namely like inventory control and management. And the shipbuilding interface is wonky as all hell, but I don't know. I enjoy stuff like that. No point in upgrading KSP2 as long as real life spaghetti's a thing. Bought them all so you can play them soonish. Bought them all what? By soonish is sometime next year. Yeah, time. Time is a thing. Something not good with center of mass, indeed. It is offset by the parachute, which I guess I did that before I added the spin stabilizing motors and then didn't really think to go rectify it. But hey, meh. You see the 0.1.5 and 0.2 update info? Yeah, I did. I have been reading and like keeping tabs on the notes, and I read through them like, oh, thank God, like that's good. They fixed X, Y, Z, etc., etc., and then I never go back and actually boot it up. So one of these days, I probably will. But honestly, like, I don't know if I'm really going to enjoy KSP2 until it's got real solar system. And that means I'm probably just going to wait for it to have real solar system and then I'll spin it back up. Or at least the interstellar stuff. There might be some of the stock mechanics I'd be alright with, but it's going to be a while. Zoom! How's it going, Ampersand? I have modded Microsoft Flight Sim, so that pretty much takes just as long to load as your RP1 install. Nice. In fact, they hired BlackRack. Oh yeah. Well, that's some awesome news. All right. The rest of the aeroshell deploy is away. Now we just gotta wait for parachute deployment. Yeah, the interstellar stuff is kind of your threshold for getting a copy. Fair enough. I want to see what that's like. I want to see what the colonization and like the colony building stuff and how that works. And those mechanics are going to be interesting to play around with, but I don't really have much desire to do much with it until then. And 9, the 2 months of Christmas has begun. Good to see you, buddy. How's it hanging? 2 months of Christmas. Get the fuck out of here. Missions are now paid for with science. No more money. Oh, interesting. Yep. Finding Easter eggs gets you science. Interesting. Yeah, so I haven't read the totality of the science update, I guess, is the obvious point here. And really should. I'm unsure about that decision. Yeah, so it kind of, I don't know. It seemed like the economy for KSP1 worked real well, at least to a point. Not that it was perfect, but I mean, the last time I played KSP1 with an economy was point 0.24. Recover. All right, normal recovery. Booyah. It's one contract knocked out. Treasure hunting and space trucking in KSP2's different future. I'm gonna watch the video of Nate Simpson's keynote thingy. Okay, I will have to add that to my list for things to listen to whilst I'm at work tomorrow. Vanilla economy doesn't feel great compared to RP1, but it's a functional system. That's true. I think the RP1 economy is definitely a lot better, a lot more well-rounded. Now, hey, we actually got a pretty decent amount of science off that flight. I'll take it. Ding. Ding. Yep, that gives us 23 science. Is there something worth spending it on? Is the next question. Stability. Agena D. Descent engine we don't really have much use for. We should nope, that's 45, 45, 20. God, that would be an excellent next upgrade. So wobbly rocket syndrome is getting a lot better in 02 compared to 01. See that in the keynote. Man, I really hope it's getting better. And we could finally get our casters if we wanted to add something just dumb and pointless to the list. But I think our next real upgrades are going to be material science, and then, of course, we'll clear out this line and then move up one. Oh, we could do next-gen solar panels. That would be a great improvement. Oh, yeah, let's add that to the queue. That will result in significant mass savings. Alright. So we're going to try our moonshot. And, derp derp. I guess I can show you all some improvements I've made to our big launcher. See, gamma boost. Yeah, we're going to have one for the test critter and then one for a Kerbal. Geosat 3 has no real need. Man, I don't know if I should edit this before I can afford the tooling, is the other thing. Because I basically reworked an entire launch vehicle so that I could claw back 200 meters per second of delta V, but I don't know, it works real well. Taking a lot of inspiration from Ampersand and Ampersand's builds. So let me queue up a few of these BPZE launchers for a minute, just because I've got them built. Can't do Gravity Alpha or Infrared Alpha because those require things that are not done yet. So which one was done? I guess none of them, because those are the only two I tested for. So never mind. Yeah, we'll just jump straight to the big one. Missing. Oh, nope, that is not it. What did I save it under then? I really thought it was Lunar Lander 4. Oh, fuck me. Did I not hit save? Or was I in the edit menu and then I just closed it out and lost everything that I just did? So that two-stage upper setup. Nice. So thank you. Yeah. God, I don't want to open up Lunar 4 because that's... I spent like 3 hours working on this last night. Lunacom's final. That should have it, so I guess we'll do that first, because honestly, if our next lunar orbiter mission fails, we're going to strip the science off of this thing and do it this way. Especially the avionics, being able to control the entire Orion arm of the Milky Way. Sea Kraken boy, boo! How's it going? Yeah, so here's our new updated M52 launch vehicle. It's actually going to be called the S52, because that's a... I don't know, that works with my naming theme, and you can see it's a lot shorter, but it's just as capable. And see, what happened here was these boosters had their utilization dialed way the F down, because I wanted to fit the form factor of the engines but still hit the style. So I decided instead to make the boosters two separate parts. This top tank up here and the bottom tank down here. The top tank basically just carries fuel for the 108 on the core stage. Now, to do the cross fueling on painted rockets, where's Hasselhoff? Man, I need to move that texture over. The epitome of, well, you never know. He is a stubby boy, ready for upgrades. We basically were able to eliminate the top tank up here and move all of that fuel into the top of the boosters, so that when the boosters are running, the 108 is running off of fuel from these nose caps, and then they separate and the whole core stage is what remains. So that saves us some things, and the fun way that I was able to do it is, here, moved it to a regular decoupler that you can see here. That has crossfeed enabled. It is attached to this middle section, which has these two attached radially to it. And then below them is a decoupler that's turned off, because you can turn off cross-fueling so that our two fuels don't intermingle. And if we need to extend the runtime of the boosters, we make these longer, collect the time, and then make these longer to account for that runtime in the 108. And so even with all the additional hardware, I'll say we're actually able to save some weight, because the boosters and the core are shorter than what they used to be. But even with the 4 big honkin' decouplers and extra tankage, we're able to get about 300 to 400 meters per second extra delta V on the top end of this. And so it was in fact an efficiency improvement. The twin 105 stage is pretty much unchanged, and all of that will put this whole package into orbit. So our single 105 is our transfer stage. Here's our payload, which will strip down a whole bunch if we have to. New flag decals makes Hasselhoffing a breeze. It does. Guys, alright. I'm going to go dig up that graphic and get it in for next week. We didn't paint this rocket because we found it rolling in chalk behind the VAB before the wet dress rehearsal, and figured that'd be good enough. It's a lot of improvements to get a first stage stack. I'll say trying to find missing delta V on the bottom stage, difficult. I mean, most of the time it's just not worth it. But I think these core tanks, or these booster tanks, sorry, had their utilization dialed down to like 63%. So there was a lot of volume there that was just going completely unused. Alright, and so, yeah, a lot of dead mass spent on doing this this mount cage, which that could probably be improved to shed a bunch of extra mass. But yeah, here's our transfer stage. It is a 2-stage, so these balls pop off. We deploy our balls, patunk, like so. They will jettison away when they are empty. That has to be done manually because I'm not a master of staging, revealing a truss that I spent entirely too long making. So there's that. And this is good for, I mean, this whole thing is, I don't know. This is good for a total delivery TLI of about 1.5 tons, give or take. Where are we going? Good question. Hopefully to the moon. We're gonna attempt it. This is our backup plan, so it does need a lot of tooling that we cannot afford currently. You can go back and watch the ISRO in-flight abort test. Watch the stream for the scrub. Miss the successful attempt. Oh, I did too. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. It's a very nice truss. It's the best truss. It does all right. These are the things where I messed up on the tooling. 15 grand. Oof. But on the lunar lander stack, which I'm real mad that I didn't save correctly, TLI payload equivalent to the LEO payload of the next smallest launcher. Give or take. Just about. Make sure these are tucked in nicely. Boop. There we go. I mean, I guess I could strip the science off of our lunar stage here and just start building this. I don't have much on here that's theoretical at this point. Lunar comms early. We can start construction. Oh, no, we should not do that. It'll take 300 friggin' days to build this thing. So let's purchase what tooling we can. Probably, yeah. Purchase tooling. That takes care of those 4. Let's do this one. Oh, you're already tooled. Lucked out on that one. Tool tank. Purchase tooling. Sweet. And you, tool tank. Purchase tooling. Watch that price point just fall and fall and fall. I wonder what the LEO mass difference is compared to standard staging. Which version of the RD 107 108? 1959 on both. Yeah. The RD 107 8D74-1958. Sorry, 1958, not 1959. And similar for the 108 8D75 1958, which is the latest tech that we have available to us. Getting last weekend house looked like a super fun site. Plus Monday, an all-nighter. Ouch. And Wednesday, another all-nighter. There's so much Red Bull. Hey, you know, gotta get it done somehow. I think all the avionics needs to be tooled. Can't afford. Man, we're less than 10 grand, so we're certainly not going to be able to afford to do this one either. Right? No, that's 22. Cheese and rice. Tool on this balloon tank? Oh man, we don't even have 3 grand. That's fantastic. Alright, let me just plop one of these on. I'll hit save. We're not going to throw this into the mix just yet. I do wonder what happened to my lunar lander that I spent so much time trying to get right. I'm real mad. Like, maybe no, because I was doing full up launching tests. Sock, orbiter, oops. Lunacomms early. TU20. I wish there was a date on these so I could see when I last edited them. Or is it maybe S52? Did I change? I should have changed the name, but I doubt I did. Nope, I have not listed anything under the S52 monk here. It's the ADHD power move. Force myself to suffer until this is done, otherwise I'll never do it, man. Every single day of my life. Suddenly impoverished. Running on a budget sufficient for one new sports car. Currently, yes. Yes, this is true. Alright, TU28B, man. I really thought it was, I mean, that looks like it. Did I maybe just not change the lower stage? Oh, it's not giving me the warning now. So maybe this is the correct build. This looks like the correct build. It is definitely not using the RD 0110. But yeah, still, yep, that's it. That's the guy. That's the guy we're gonna build if everything else fails. Save. Alright, and then I guess leave. Let's go take a look at our contracts for our new program that we have taken with a 3-year deadline. And what's our? Oh, we have 500 bucks. We're getting 826 a day, so that's not too big of a problem. All right, available infrared radiometry. We don't have that yet. Cosmic ray. We don't have that yet. Gravimetric. We don't have that yet. Improved Earth imaging. That's optional. An improved film camera. We don't have that yet. Okay, so I guess we'll take the contract for Animal Crew, and we'll accept that one. And we're just waiting for either science to be done, or yeah. Oh, our lunar orbiter's up next. Gosh, it's already 1962. Oh man. Oh man. Comms test 1. Let's turn those off, shall we? Should turn all of them off, to be honest with you. Config. Oh, that's ComSat 3, ComSat 1. Because I'm real tired of these interruptions. To be real honest with you. Warp to complete. Alright, hey, let's try our moonshot while we're here and unburdened. Start that rollout. That'll take, hey, we got 23 grand. Oh, I thought our money just went down because we're starting a rollout. Duh. Oof, duh. We should hire some more scientists while we're thinking about it. Researchers, we got 652. We can hire 77, but I think we'll only hire 10, 20, 30, 40 more researchers just to We need these two before we can do all those contracts we were talking about, and waiting until March of 1963 just doesn't really fit with my vibe. So there's that. What do you mean we had to LS swap the turbo pumps on the E1 engines for budget reasons? in one of those awkward moments where an LS swap is a massive downgrade. Alright. Okay, I probably should have practiced this moonshot thing again, but need a lot of LS engines. I mean, I imagine you could squeeze a whole lot of power out of an LS engine if you built it full well knowing that you need it to run full bore yeah, on the rev limiter for exactly 3 minutes. 3 tons a second high pressure pump throughout does not F around. True that. Alright, launch into the plane of the moon. Set as target, launch into plane of said target, and engage autopilot, please and thank you. Okay, so that takes us up into tank sep. That is our transfer stage. Hopefully we won't wait around for too long for that. After we transfer stage, we orient into the sun, spin it up, separate the payload, and then, oh no, we have to angle ourselves into the capture node. You can go full NHRA mode on it, right? So I guess, yeah. Well, like, I don't know, top fuel running nitromethane. Like, nitromethane has such a, I don't know, lower flash point, is it maybe? I don't know. The stoichiometric ratio is a lot different than gasoline, so it actually makes less heat. It can burn colder than gasoline. So like those full top fuel dragsters don't even have coolant passages through the head of the block. Because I mean, again, they're only running for like 8 seconds. Ones are actually built for a fair bit more than one burn lifespan. They're all test fired at Edwards for one thing, yeah, and then checked over, refreshed a little bit before being bolted to the bottom of the Saturn V. What are we launching today? Hopefully we're going to complete our... God, did I take the stupid freaking contract? Tell me, yeah, first lunar orbiter. I've been staring at it a lot. Leader retired! Oh no! Valentin Glushko has retired. We're going to have to fix that. Contract complete. Why won't... Let's clear these out. First test flight, orbital test flight, dedicated Earth imaging satellite, and Valentin Glushko's retirement. Noted. Okay. F1s and J2s being near immortal was part of why they are optimistic about making reusable engines for the shuttle. Yeah, makes sense. Well, logic tracks. Got your RP1 to work? He unborked it and then FMRS killed your save. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you got it unborked. Time to start a new save. I guess you want to make sure there's still a 98% operational performance at the end of the burn, not falling to pieces. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So if you need it to run for 3 and you want to build in a plus 50% margin, so you'd engineer it to run for 6 or something like that. The code is we never wore out an engine of J2 type, including test engines, and went through like hours of firing on the ground. Wow. Just removing FMRS from your CCAN. It does say once it's unborked, you don't touch it. You leave it alone forever and ever. No touching. Okay, sorry. Stretched out my back. Apparently the primary difference looking at the inside of the J2 before and after a burn was that after a burn it was cleaner. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they would have to have a pretty good ratio on that. Knock all the carbon and everything else out. Alright, clean RDO 105 light. Things are deployed. It is successfully angling back up, and we've got our ridiculous little box sat. I forgot how absolutely redonkulous we've made this thing into, but hey, here we go. There's probably some tuning. We could probably update some things on this and get much better margins out of it, and not have to be so this. But here we are, and I am unwilling to try again. The Twitch internet got bored for like 10 seconds. Oh no. It might be me. It could very well be me. Imagine NASA's requirements for propellant purity are quite high. I hard agree. F1 would need a refresh before another burns and get carbon buildup and blow out burst disk, etc. Yep. What's the payload in the SAT? The payload is the SAT. I think we have some pretty basic bitch sciencey stuff going on in here. Video imaging. That's it. We're trying to strip this thing down to the max just to get it to where it needs to be. Maybe some lubricants. J2 really pure hydrolox meant that the dirtiest thing in the engine was steam. Yeah, I would say that's a... And some lubricants. We should be behind seals. For kilobasses. Never clean this up. Okay, another reason why hydrolox is just awesome. Just steam. Just steam. At the time of the J2, they're using LH2 itself as lubricant. Really? That's interesting. That film was not... Splicing single frames of porn into satellite imaging. Shaft bearings... Okay. I'll say that's... Wow. That is really interesting. Man, I guess my instinct would be like, I don't want to get my turbo pump hardware that cold. I mean, I guess you have to on the side that's actually pumping in the liquid hydrogen. But like the intermediary stuff, like you freeze metal hard enough, it gets real brittle. I guess they would have engineered around that. They're not using just like steel. Regular ass stainless shaft bearings. That'll ruin your day. Okay. Oh, hey, we still have margin. I forgot how stressful these launches used to be. I don't know if you choose the right alloys, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know enough about metallurgy to know anything about that, really. So it's all like, yeah, they probably used a special metal. Right, seals get stronger at cryotemps. Interesting. This idea. LN2. Electronics in the SAT. Oh, liquid nitrogen. Keep him at temp for a while. There's sausage deploy. I forgot to keep my eye out for that. We still have margin. Wow, almost 100 meters per second of margin. That's looking pretty good for us today. We did test run this a lot. God, when was the last time we flew this? 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? So I think that just the G loading on a circuit board swamped in liquid nitrogen would cause it to shatter. Actually, what SpaceX is up to, they're using cryo-strengthening alloys for the hull. Interesting. Starships, yeah. I'm gonna have to read up on that. That's very interesting. Alright, 25 more seconds until we have achieved orbital insertion. Okay, and then hopefully we can get some money out of this and be done with this program. Did you make sure that the sausages don't land on orphanage? 9. We are in the business of distributing sausages. We're not too particular on to who. They are intended for the Atlanteans. Any interception of sausages by a third party could result in lawsuits or fines, which may or may not contain orphans. Alright, orbital insertion complete. Ascent guidance. Thank you for your service. Maneuver planner, let's create node. 1 hour and 39 minutes, really? Are you going to make me take a lap before you do this? I would really prefer if you didn't. Knock it down a peg. Let's do this in 10 minutes. It's too much boil off, friend. Can I have my... Oh, come on. No. What are you doing, friend? Stop. Let's jump back to map mode. Let's arm RCS, make sure the throttle is 0. Let's take a quick save in case. Patunk! Alright. I guess we'll just hit execute next node and we'll clean the rest of this up later. Here's the best joke for your kids when you say you ate all their Halloween candy. Relevant to my interests. Always wing maneuvers. Wait, what? Alright. Gonna check the map view. Where are we going? The moon. Focus view. Probably could also set as target, because what? Oh, really? We didn't even know. Just don't click things. Here's what you do to make Kerbals mad. Say, I ate all of their snacks. But what if I actually did eat all the Halloween candy? What do I do then? Is there a joke for that? How do I get a free pass? Okay. 3135 on the board, 3453 in the tanks. Let's see how well this equates. Solid ignition on the 0105, thank goodness. 48 seconds until burn completion. I think we want to come in wide because, I don't know, I think we actually dialed down the separator, didn't we? So we want to come in nice and tight if we can, hopefully. And preferably on the opposite side of the moon so that we have solid comms, but, you know, too late for any of that. Let's find out what the Kraken takes as tribute. Agreed. Well, I mean, we don't have much choice. The Kraken will take his tribute. Let's say we had a difference of, what, 300 meters per second? Also find out what the decoupler actually believes it should be. Yeah, I'm going to quick save before we separate, just to make sure. There, hey, look at that. Abort node execution. Let's see what we wound up with here. Kill rotation, please. We don't have reverse. No, we do have reverse thrust, but you're not giving it to me, are you? Because I don't have control. Fantastic. Pathy Birdie Boy, hello. Pathy Bird Boy, sorry. Quick save dummy, thank you, I will. Well, if you fail, well, you make your lunar impactor. We will see. This number is actually, well, they don't line up. We are at plus 300, 100 and some coin. We'll take a little bit of that for being off margin. Let's get to some place where we have comms. There we go. And let's touch this up a bit. We'll do our first attempt bringing it in nice and tight, and then we'll see what the decoupling does for us. Okay, time to play Enlisted or War Thunder with infantry. There's infantry in War Thunder now. Man, I haven't played War Thunder in a couple of years. I'm really bad at War Thunder. I hope we have the propellant for this. Oh yeah, we're doing all right. I will probably lock one of these just to make sure we have enough to reorient into our maneuver node. Speaking of which, we can remove that one. Let's get this in nice and tight because we do not have a lot of delta V on the margin for this orbital insertion. Add maneuver. What does it say we got on the board? 380. We'll plan for that, but we know we will fall short. Yep, 380 puts us, you know, somewhere around there-ish. Like planes in War Thunder, you can fly for a whole 2 minutes and still get shot. Enlisted is essentially Infantry War Thunder. Oh, okay, it's a separate game. Planes in War Thunder. It's not as bad as the grind, but you think RP1 is a new KSP player has not researched into space ever. Yeah, easier time still. Fair enough. Alright, and if you could angle to the node, please. No, because you're just going to completely bork the node by maneuverizing. I really wonder what that decoupler is going to do to us, but we're going to quick save before we address that problem. Please don't let me forget to quick save, because I will 100% forget to quick save. It is a common problem for me. Thank you, Nova. I was hoping we could be pointing at the node first, but I guess we'll just go ahead and punch it in now. Idea: send a video to N9 and say that he will upload it. I should just send my video backlog to N9 and be like, here you go, buddy. What can happen on decouple? No matter how many times I dial down the force on the decoupler, it ignores me and puts a full like 16 kilonewtons behind it. So we get this nice like kapow punch in the butt when we decouple. Just want to torture your hard drive with redundant writes. Yes, yes I do. I enjoy that very much. Oh, that key. Yeah, we need the N key. We need to slow ourselves down and get ourselves back to where that maneuver node is. Take the quick save now. Decoupler really wants to fire the probe into infinity. Yeah. This time you go at the speed of light. No soft ETH, only full send. It's not the business we decouplers are in. We don't do a soft nudge. You get kicking pants. Alright, here we go for decouple in 3. Should we spin it? We 100% should spin stabilize. Oh, same problem with proc decouplers. Yep, lowering the force percentage works for me. Light spin. Yeah, I'll say that's... I have tried cutting the force percentage down to like 0. That doesn't work. 1% seems to be working sometimes, but there's some weird combination of you have to adjust the force, either none or at 1 or something, and then the force percentage differently. So we shall see. Turn that off so that it doesn't try to screw us up when I come off the key. Does Simev know about this? I'm sure. I've complained about it before. I think Simav's just going to be like, well, go in and fix it, Mr. Coder. We could use some help. And so I don't want to get on him about bugs that haven't been fixed, because I'm not the one fixing. Hey, how's it going, Simav? I was just talking about how I don't like irritating you with bugs, because I'm not the one fixing them. And patunk. Yep, there's a nudge. Did that put us, yep, into impactor territory? So let's reload this. Lamau. Sometimes after save load force switch back to 48 kilonewtons. Know how to edit saves. Cheese and rice. What if you make a mass driver for free launches? Is it really free though? Yeah, map view. Let's zoom back out. No. Whoa. Hey there, buddy. Slow your roll. Focus on the moon, please. Let's adjust ourselves out quite a bit so that our nudge maybe puts us back to where we were. It took us in here, so let's go out to, I don't know, here-ish. Off. I don't want you angling to the node. How about just kill rotation? Keep us right here. Off. Spin it up. Force percentage is also not reliable in my experience. Yep. Yeah, I just use force percent. Sure. That's definitely what I should be doing. It is also somewhat unreliable, but honestly, it's just like, well, you know, your explosive bolts didn't explode in quite the non-violent manner you expected, so F11 or whatever is the button for cheats and turn on infinite fuel. Nah. That's too much cheating. Don't ever fix decoupler tweaking. This is good content. It's been reliable for me. Oh man, don't you hate that? There's nothing worse than doing development and somebody's like, oh hey, I'm having this bug. And I'm like, dude, no you're not. Like, seriously, no you're not. That really doesn't seem to work for Cosmo. Or, you know, it fails the if Cosmo check. Reliable on the secret dev only build. Isn't that always the case? Patunk. Alright, where did that put us? Oh, come on! How did you boop harder than the first time? Dude, really? Okay. I mean, decoupler twerking. Someone call TD. There's a video that needs to be made, like right now. Decoupler twerking. Get the destroyer on it. We need this in our lives. Alright, so we're going to back way the hell out. Did you run out of fuel? You did. You ran out of fuel. Let's unlock our reserves here. This time you get an intersect course with Pluto. Ping. Suddenly everything is interstellar. Decoupler fires. Black hole appears. Alright. And then spin for whatever fuel we have left. That way you can log the kick amount instead of eyeballing it. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Let's let me get my pen. Jump to map, continue spinning. Our current moon parry is 3621-ish. Let me put my commas in appropriate places so that I know what 3621 I am dealing with. Alright, it looks like we've run out of fuel, so let's decouple. Yes! We'll take that. We will take that. Let's replot the node and see how far off of it we are. Oh, man, bummer. How far do we have to move this to where it's kind of in line with where we're going to be? Close enough is how far? Yeah, right. With the encounter, every planet in the solar system, and only 20 days to do it. Okay, we're gonna take this. I'm gonna check our battery draw. Okay, it looks like we're alternating between charging and not. We've got our top panels, but mostly side panels in the wind. Bottom panels doing nothing. Is this first orbiter contract? Yes, it is. Which is why we're doing it on such a terrible, crappy design. Just the funds building explodes with fun. Actually, the concerning part is it looks like your rotation is uneven. Yep. Are we oscillating across the nose? Best way to do that would be to look at the nav ball, and the answer is yes, because of course we are. And here we can see that pronation in horrid, awful detail. Oh, man. And we're showing drain because we're in the shadow, and we will be in the shadow for a while when we get there. Let's up the ante and really jack this warp up. We should definitely be in sunlight. Yep, we are draining power by milliwatts. It's like 5 degrees at the most. It'll be fine. I don't know, at that altitude being able to hit orbit is not a guarantee, but if we're good on the timing, We should be able to pull this off. I really hope. 380 meters per second in the tank, but I don't know, we're only guaranteed like, I don't know, something like 80% of it because of our oscillation. Yeah, that's not us. Don't care. Let's just get there and get this over with. You got this. Thanks, N9. My boy. Not being able to hit the towers is going to be easy with all that. Oh, God. And we tested for comms, right? Right? Oh, hey, look, and we're still gonna have battery when we get there this time. Yay! That's what bit us last time. So this orbiter doesn't actually exist. Just, you know, FYI. 19 hours. Our science is running, so our battery is. You know what? We're gonna turn off the science for right now. Oh, they're both waiting. So I guess they did their bits and now they're done. All right, bring it home, sweetie. You can do this. We got a program to wrap up. Oh no, a 9 with cat emoji. Guess we'll just fire it on the money and see what happens, right? Will we have comms with Earth? Looks like no, but not by much. Should we enjoy the view? Cosine 5 degree, 99.6. Okay, fine. Thank you for doing the math on that. I appreciate it, Nova. Really, I do. So I'm like, is it cosine? It's not tangent. It's got to be cosine. What? Derp. Okay. So we should get 99.6 of our available delta V on a thing where we already were not getting very much delta V. But if we time it, our burn is only 1.7 seconds long. We can hopefully put most of that energy right into the node, or at least somewhat across it. I guess I should be logging our rotational period, right? Minus residuals, indeed. And oh, those residuals really hurt. FAK returns if this mission works. Oh, gee, yeah. Now it's on me. This is only our 8th attempt. Alright, 4 minutes to go time. Minus residuals. Minus failures. Beardy's landing mission. Orbit mission. And he ran out of RC to save him. That could be an interesting timeline. You shouldn't need the full DV to make minimum viable orbit. We'll find out. That's what we're hoping on. Is that we're overbuilt enough to where this should just work. Astral Foundation is friendly and awesome and is always there to help anybody who needs their help. Right? Right. Before parry is better than after. After parry has tendency to force your parry into the ground. So we should burn before parry apsis. Fair enough. I'm going to try to keep it as close to the node as I can so that we can stay somewhat predictable on our margins. And maybe hold them for ransom. Alright, 20 seconds. Oh, should I quick save? I should quick save. Not sending gluten. Actually, doing it on parry is better, obviously. If you can't. Yeah, we're going to try for on parry. So next rotation through, next time we're closest to that node, which I should have lit it because now we're going to be, what, 4 seconds back? 2, 3, 4, 5, ignition. There's a camera change! Oh, wow. We fell 173 meters per second shy, but that's an orbit. Cannot delete maneuver. Control locked. Is it good enough for the contract? Check for stable orbit. 2 minutes. Oh, apoapsis below 5 million. And we're at 24. Fuck you! Oh. Well, poop. Let's get comms back. There's comms. We can now track our position. It's failed. Reload the save isn't gonna... I don't think there's anything in the world. I don't know. We might get better residuals. Maybe we'll get better residuals. Let's try it just one more time. FAK isn't returning. Oh no! And 9, you just signed my death warrant. They are all going to murder me. Yeah, you need a lower periapsis. Yeah, probably. But we just took what we could get because it was what we could do. I'm going to fire a little ahead and we'll see what happens, which is right. Meow! Yeah, still 174. That is remarkably predictable. 24 million, same, yeah, like basically the same result before periapsis or after. We could try moving the maneuver node later in the orbit, but that doesn't do anything except make our angle different. So, okay, contract unsuccessful. We will have to launch our other one on the big boy. I'm tired of effing around with this. Did it work in testing? We were able to get into an orbit. I have a good feeling about that number for no obvious reason. The 9th one will work. The 9th one is going to be a different design on a much bigger rocket with much higher chances of succeeding. Are you even going to get us any science, or are you just going to sit out here? Yeah, no, because you're not going to get into low mooner space, so boom. It's got the numbers to work if the decoupler doesn't throw it off trajectory for no reason. Exactly. Reload the orbit save, but I already quick saved over it. It's gone now. I think honestly, like, this is an okay result for me. It's obviously not okay with the game. I'm not going to force complete the contract. We're just going to do it on our bigger launcher after we've purchased some tooling and made a few other adjustments. So, poop. Yeah, nothing but us updating the install last few months. Fair enough. I do look forward to the next FAK, but I guess I'll let you know when the mission succeeds so that we can continue. R7 will save us. Nice polar orbit with a... Get a nice polar orbit with the big launcher. You get camera coverage of all biomes. That's the plan. There's just so much tooling to buy. Alright, let's take a look at mission control. Cosmic Ray. We can do that, right? The Geiger-Muller counter. Yeah, we have that unlocked, right? Right? I know we don't have the infrared yet. And I know we don't have the orbital perturbation yet. Earth imaging we already did, but I think we have Cosmic Ray, right? Geiger-Muller counter or Scintillon counter. Let's go check. Probe dies in space. Do you write it an obituary? Official CSC statement on the latest lunar. Poop. That is our official press briefing. The mission is poop. It's just poopy. That lunar orbiter's got a poopy butt. And it's in orbit, but it doesn't count. For whatever reason. That was our first science satellite node. Yeah, let me pull up... man, what did I put it under? It's not Gravi, it's not Infra. What did I put it under? I guess I didn't put it under anything because... no, it was Cosmic Rays, right? This would have been... maybe I listed it as a BPZE instead of the BP4W. Zenith, Zenith, Vienna, Moonshot, 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 and then Bullfrog. So no. Okay, mission status. Poo. Steal N9's Caterin 5 out of the hangar. I'm in Vab. I can neither confirm nor deny that we may or may not have hired many forklift operators to borrow something from Brownsville and bring it back here. Just, you know, infrared, BP4W heavy, no, gravity. I know, I thought I named it. Oh gosh, did I not bring it over? Oh yeah, Deep Cosmic Girl. Here we go. Load. That's it. We can build this and load it. That might get you to lunar orbit. Yeah, you know, could be, is a possibility. Integration time 34 days, and we can get this thing going. So yeah, there's that, and we do have that. Let's make sure they're both running. This is very similar to what we just did. Bloomp, bloomp, bloomp. Let's make sure our fairings are in the correct stage, and that's that separate. You guys need to be up here probably, and that's that, and you guys should probably all be up here. Save. We got any tooling we need to do on this? What's our tool all cost? $1,000, sure. Just to dial it down a little bit. Alright, let's get these two on the build list. Let's get 2 of these on the build list is what I meant to say. Did make sure to install the F9s, right? Also, if you ever make a new launch vehicle that insists on wiggling its way to orbit, name it Shack Cat. I'm gonna write that one down. Shack Cat. 4 Phillips head screws for each one. Alright. So we got, let's kick those up the build queue. I don't think we're gonna... Man, I could make enough... No, I don't have enough to be worth upgrading. So, Cosmic Girls to the top of the queue. Both of these... I should have edited that Modelo. We don't need it anymore. It's at least somewhat done, right? Okay, let's bank up some cash. Oh, how long until... Oh, hey, we have a Gamma Boost ready to go. Oh, I already took the contract for... Yep. Dang it, I have to do the Animal Crew. Which means we have to go edit... You just need to get a rocket with weird cracking that pushes you faster rather than slowing you down. Yeah. Stage separation is a cotter ping in a string. It's up to somebody somewhere on the rocket that we don't talk about to just like pull the cotter pin out. Paste clip with a few clicky pin springs. We have but one test animal to sacrifice for our noble goal. Save edits. All right, so we'll do our animal flight. At least we can knock something out here. Let's bump you up the order. Ding, roll out. 13.8 per day. So we're still making some money when we do stuff, just not very much. It's sort of like a shutdown mode on the earliest reactors was the single control rod axeman who cut the rope holding the control rods out of the core. It's a test animal, it's a tourist. Tourists are test animals. I didn't make the change. These are not my rules. Okay. Now the Sawzall whose job it is to separate the stages. Yes. To fly a test animal, you have to fly a tourist, because tourists are test animals. There's no actual tourists. There are only the cryptically named test animals. People make Kerbals into bronies. They should make a model a cute puppy or something. Oh man, no. Please, no. Nightmare fuel. Alright, so let's check the specs on our contract here. Achieve lunar, yeah. Test flight, animal crew, check. Periapsis above 150, we gotta stay there for an hour and a half and return safely. So, ascent guidance, landing info, we won't need you for a good long while. Scooch. Pin. Alright, so we're just gonna go for 180. Let's drop our QA limit to 1400. And we have a stop at stage in effect. Stage 3, which, yeah, that should be tower set. You know what, we'll bump it up to stage 4. Oh, wait, stage 3. Yeah, we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Alright. Engage autopilot, and I should have checked staging. There we go. Ignition. Not a cute kitten. So those guys' sacrifice will in fact be forgotten because we didn't want to admit we needed him, or that he was there in the first place. The only function of the model replacer being ponies remains one of the funnier things KSP community. That's fair. I just don't have the wherewithal for more My Little Pony stuff in my life right now. Kiddo discovered it on Netflix, so guess what my life has been revolving around lately? There's some bird stuff now, too. Wait. Huh? How did you make it back? Did you not put a heat shield on it? There's a heat shield on it. We have every intention of bringing back our totally not a different Kerbal. Progress is happening. Interesting. And Netflix bypass sharing in the chat. You know better. Definitely not a shaved monkey in sunglasses. Certainly not. Clearly has the worst goatee I have seen since the 90s. Alright, boosters are cleared away. We are really getting into our gravity turn now, and our margins are looking rather good for a totally not a Kerbal in there. What, since the 90s? Oh, bad goatee. That would explain the death sentence which condemned him to pilot this mission. So look, man, we gave you a choice. Get rid of the goatee, or be a test subject. How bad was it in the 90s? You know, about this bad. Give or take. That goatee is pretty good for a kitten. Somewhat. Yeah, get rid of the goatee and be bolted in this beryllium can we found. Those are your choices. You can't make me get rid of the chin ferret. Get in the can, buddy. Just give him 9 million chest x-rays. So that all the hair just falls out naturally. Yes, it's like the ancient bronze bull execution method, except extremely expensive and sometimes they survive. So it's neither cost-effective nor efficient. Funny. It's funny. We'll give it that much. Deeply hilarious to die by... What? No, no, no. You are not overheating the capsule on ascent, bro. That is something I have not seen happen yet. Stage set. Good light on the 0105. Ullage is away. What the fuck? What the absolute fuck just happened? Oh, good shit. Ah, fuck me. Okay. Ballet! I was saying, it was clean, like we were moving in a straight line. Everything was going great. And then it spun out, and something exploded. We no longer had control of the engine, so the abort motor has been fired. It looked anomalous. No, we'll eat it. Sometimes things are just dumb. Decided he wants to come home now. Well, he better hope he can. Let's disengage autopilot and move this into surface velocity negative. RCS to arm. RCS to arm. Okay. Command control. RCS is enabled. RCS thrusters are armed. The doggo hit the cut ground control button. Shit. 18G reentry coming right up. Animal's gonna get squished. That's what he gets for having a stupid fucking goatee. Orbit retrograde. RCS. No, we're just we're not doing the RCS today apparently. I'm scared to hit staging again because I don't want to accidentally deploy the chutes because there's no arm shoot button. But RCS is not responding. I'm rather confused as to why. Shaved monkey spy the cosmonauts. Memorize the code to unlock manual flight controls. It might. You didn't turn it on, right? Yeah, no. What if it's an actual goat? Oh, we can't risk losing a goat. Just toggle avionics. Cannot shut down avionics while crewed. But I'm not crewed because you also won't let me run science. Crew's required. Test animal has an inventory. Yeah, I'm a little bit I am a little bit at a loss of what to do with our RCS. It 100% should be armed. Everything says that it's armed. Control, RCS enabled, disabled. So actuation toggles. Huh. Very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Always full action on. So then, RCS off on. Prograde, retrograde. Ah, now we got some thrusters. What about y'all up here? Y'all ain't responding. Control. Enabled. Yep, that's where it was. F in the check for experimental animal number 2. Yep, did hit the remove ground control toggle button. I'll say we didn't really think we were going to need these things because, you know, reasons. Yeah, somewhere in the very dark Atlantic Ocean, this poor goateed test subject is coming home. Experimental animal number 2. These things, they do happen. Let's switch this to surface velocity negative. Why would they be all off by default? Yeah, it is bizarre. I will have to check that on the next one. And G-meter is pegged. Animal has certainly passed out. Lost consciousness. Might come back. Maybe. He's gonna be a lot shorter than when they started. Taking bets for max G-load? Ooh. You want to say... I mean, I think 18 was probably spot on. All right. Do we have any other numbers on this bet? I think 18 was a pretty good bet. Simav's going to say 16. Oh yeah, I will. I just want everybody else to get their bets in before we check. Simav's at 16. I think I'm putting my money in on 18. Take the cheese, stretch the facial follicles. Nope, the goatee has hung on. Experimental animal 2 will unfortunately not be traumatized by experiences during re-entry because all the blood left his brain. 129 million G, call it 17 to split the difference. 14 to undercut the rest of you. Yeah, like betting $1 on the Price is Right. All right, here we go. 13.8 G. We were all wrong. Everybody went over. Wow. I didn't think it was going to come in that low. I guess Nova wins for being closest, but the rules are supposed to be closest without going over. Those are not stated rules. Come on. Alright. What the fuck? Oh, well, fuck me. I saw disarmed parachutes, so I assumed they were armed. And did not bother to pay attention to the... See, now I want to restart. Ah, shoot, didn't deploy. Well, there goes the test animal. Fuck, I said we'd eat it too, so now... Yeah, back to the Space Center. Fuck me. Honestly, Drogue and Main are separate parts. Thought I checked both of them. But, yep, my mistake, and honestly, it was a complete oversight on our part, and not because we were so distracted by the goatee that we just... Oh, come on, really? You are not going to give me a rep hit because I killed a monkey. It wasn't even an astronaut, it was a tourist. That's a dang dirty lie. If I'd known I was going to get that newspaper, I would have reverted. Just saying. Build another one. Crikey. It was a badly shaved monkey. They paid a lot of cash for that. Oof to Meg. Man, this is... Hey, okay, that's nice that your mission training's gonna be almost done. Yeah, monkeys are expensive. Okay, that part's fair. What's our daily up 500? Okay. How are we coming on everything else that we're building? Let's check our staff assignments just to make sure. Orbiter 1 is maxed out. And so is 101. So, yeah, that's all just efficiency gains at that point. And we're waiting on money to buy tooling for anything that's going into our big time launcher. So, yeah, it's June. We'll just warp to July, collecting money all along the way. Invest all of your cash into building a pool. We've already got... Wait a minute. We don't have a pool. Yeah. Honestly, we should hire another Kerbal because I'm terrified Mandy's going to retire. Oh, hey, Cosmic Girl will be ready July 18th. It's 6th of July, so cool. No pool admin hasn't been upgraded. Yeah, we should probably get on that, right? 140 grand, cheese and rice. Cost per day is 707. We don't have that margin in our budget. I'm really glad this window got added. That is super, super useful. And honestly, there isn't... We have 6 slots currently. Going to 7 isn't going to make anything more doable for us at the moment. Oh yeah, we need to replace Glushko. 15% confidence cost for program activation, 5% speed of launch complex efficiency gain. Oh, okay. But a 7% loss of contracts. Minus 12 for salary. Oh, okay. But we lose 5 on funding. Man, that pool ain't cheap. Guess keeping the Florida groundwater and the gators out is hard. Fair enough. Speed researching all tech. Oh man. And confidence from science, but deadlines speed up and funds go down. That is a... Man, that is a rough trade-off. 12% from contracts, 12% from contracts. But reputation decays. 15% science from transmission. Rep loss for decay. But our funding goes down 8%. But our reputation stays higher longer, and we get more science on our transmissions. That... Man. Oh, that's a tough call. The launch complex efficiency gain would be great. And being able to spend less confidence to get stuff is great. but we get less rep from contracts. It's really not that bad of a trade-off, so I think that's where we're gonna go. You're hired. It probably means a lot of other people are gonna start retiring here pretty soon. I'm keeping the peeps with fireworks in the heart. It's your salary percentage of total cost. It sounded like the best one to me. Yeah, I mean, it might have been. Budget per year. Integration teams, $500,000. Research teams, $500,000. One astronaut at 16.5. So yeah, 15% reduction in salaries would have been, what's that save us? 50, I mean, 50 here, 50 here ish, 51 here, 52 here. Saves us about 100 grand a year, so dang it. I don't have a funding target, so we'll put that away. Cosmic Girl's almost done. Gamma Boost will be ready in August. We can try that experimental flight again. So, vault to complete. Man, daylight savings is doing a number on you. I thought we were done with this whole dumb daylight savings thing. Apparently I was very wrong in that regard, because we're still doing it, and it makes me mad. Oh hey, our Geosat 3 is done. We need to get that crew up and working on something, so maybe we just go edit that and eat a lot of the tooling cost. We'll get our next lunar orbiter spec'd out for this. We're going to get that lunar orbiter contract. I think we're already over the program deadline for that one, or at least we will be by the end of the year, and we're basically going to take this rocket that we built. Must quick save every time I say quick save. Oh, I can't. I'm in the VAB. I'm so sorry. Alright. Did I put the designation in front of it? I cannot remember. Lunacom's early, I think, was the updated variant I was making, right? It's missing IR radio. Fine. Do that. Oh yeah, because this is the one we were just dorking around with. So, I guess your budget window doesn't factor tooling and unlock costs, so it's probably not as dumb. I mean, I don't know. You're probably not wrong. I tend to only see like the one or two things in front of me instead of making, I don't know, causal decisions based on a plurality of evidences. Let's see what is experimental. The Cheknyov cosmic ray detector, you can go. So we've got orbital perturbation, you can go. Looks like we've got everything else. Yeah, we got no warnings on anything like that. But we will scooch you over to make things look not so stupid. Should have put something on that side, but we're not gonna. We're just not gonna. Should I pull it fully apart and do a balance pass? Probably. Oh, hey, look at that. Are we on engines? We are on engines, and none torque detected. I'll take it. Unironically, daylight savings time is a government conspiracy to gain greater control over timekeeping. Can confirm. Streamer, not supposed to have to think for yourself. That's our job. Finally, somebody else knows this and realizes it. I mean, seriously. Say that's. I guess y'all letting me think for myself is what results in the most hilarity per minute. So, that could possibly be why for this. Well, bad things keep happening to me. And time standardization across the U.S. was really bad before. Interesting. I mean, I guess, that makes sense. Why wouldn't it be? Just be bad in the olden days where everything just sucked. Yeah, edited 0%. Saw that one coming, and it's going to take 289 days to put this whole big stupid pile together. Saw that one coming also. That goes after booster sup. What can we tool for, what do we have, 10 grand? I don't know if I want to retool much of anything, because then we won't have the money to build it. We already probably don't have the money to build it. Unlock 2 parts for 0 and save. Not enough funds to integrate. Fuck you. Only you could implement time zones without DST, dude. If only. If only. Yeah, I guess everything left to be... Well, there's some stringers down here to be tooled, and there's avionics that need to be tooled, but we need a lot more money. They've decided to kill daylight savings time entirely. They have... It's waiting... Isn't it like waiting on approval from somebody somewhere? Tool tank, that'll cost us 3 grand. Fine. I can't... How much money do I have? I have to look at a different screen. I've got 17,000. What can we tool for 17,000? Definitely not this little tank. That will have to be in the tool all selection, I'm sure. Jeez, 7,000 just on that one little... I am such an idiot for doing all of this idiotic stuff. Let's tool the avionics. That's probably where the money's best spent, right? Nope. Tool. And there goes all the money. Oh no, that's spending unlock credit. We're spending unlock credit, so I'm just reducing the cost of this thing without actually shedding money left and right. Thing is, we aren't in DST right now, we're in standard. What everyone actually seems to hate is standard time. Fair. Everyone hates is manually switching a writing software that handles switching. This is... can confirm. Spending purchase tooling for 3,000. I'll take that for sure. I should have been spending this credit on the big things, right? Yep, there's the last of our credits. And now we're almost. Hey, our integration time went down to 187 days. We still don't have enough money to build the dang thing, but we probably will in short order. Can we tool these? I doubt it. Oh shit, we can. Purchase tooling, yes. That was 10. We're down to like what now? 5 grand. Fuckers. All right, we'll fold this up. We'll hit save. Save. And we'll cancel these edits for now because we can't afford them. Ba-doom, ding! People hate it because it's sudden and it wreaks havoc on the human body. Dude, exactly. That is, and anybody with a kid will tell you, it fucks everything up for a very, very long time. How do we have 17,000 now? What just, didn't we have like 5,000? What the fuck just happened? Okay, well, let's go for the 2 days or whatever. I guess we'll fly this mission. Cosmic Girl. Let's check the contract. Cosmic Ray Satellite beyond LEO. Has to survive for 45 days. Apoapsis above 36 mil. Periapsis above 200,000. Okay, is there no inclination requirement here? I guess not. Okay, sweet. Welcome back, Tyrannosaurus. Periapsis above 200,000, so we're going to launch like 205, something like that. Yeah, I would say I don't care which side of standard or savings they land on, just as long as they just freaking leave it there. Currently in the process of launching a stack that completes the entire Mars surface exploration program in a single launch, including the optionals like Phobos sample return. Dude, how? What year is it? I know, dude. Seriously. What the F, man? Just gotta come in here and make me feel bad about myself. Hi, you're Pat at KSB. Yes, I very much am. End of 66. Cheese and rice. Y'all published that records thing, and now you're just kind of like, now the dev team needs to hold all the records. All of them. Alright, we'll switch this to current. We'll change our target parry to 205, not 254, because I've got fat thumb. Not even thumb, just fingers. Alright, and that should be good enough for us. Stop at stage 3. That's perfect, probably. Fairing should probably be down here. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, engage autopilot and ignition. Dislike DST as a permanent solution. It feels wrong having solar noon be permanently at like 1 p.m. Fair. I would say I dislike that a little bit more, but honestly, I just pick one. I just want them to just pick just one and stop bouncing in between them because it's been screwing me up for a lot now. Guess the meme would be to adopt solar time. Drop the majestic thing into Discord. Awesome, thank you, Simev. I appreciate that. Alright, y'all, I gotta go visit Little Cosmonaut's room, so I'm gonna switch this into cinematic mode, and I will be back in just 1 minute. Alright, I am back. A lot of probes. I haven't looked at it yet. Don't ruin the surprise. Oh! Forgot to... Okay, hitting F3 I guess works just as well as hitting F2, but you just have to... I don't know, be more careful about it. Holy Simhath. Wow. Yeah. What an absolute hive. But Mars orbit to be polar, that needs to split into 2 before orbital insertion. Yeah, because everything going to Phobos and or Deimos needs to obviously not be polar. That makes sense. Dude, wow. That is awesome. Bet. Alright, well, now I've got goals or something now. More stuff I can fail at real hard. Man, that pitch down program always concerns me, because that's what tends to kick us into the ballet mode. Looks good. Come on, don't... If you spin out, we lose the mission. Get the nose back up, Brosef. What are you doing? Reset guidance. Come on, man. You're barely going to space as it is. Don't screw this up. TMI mass hours spent planning. Yeah, I'm very curious how much time you have spent dorking around with that thing and simulating it. How much of a trajectory influence does Phobos and Deimos have? Yeah, it's... They're just tiny little potatoes. Manually kick the fairings. 9.6 on the margin, and we're going to lose so much of that. God, that nose down. When I simulate these things on the laptop or whatever computer I'm working at, it tends to go really, really well, and everything just kind of works. And then I get it here onto this machine in front of all of you wonderful people, and things go like poop every single freaking time. And we gotta stop at stage 3 in effect. We need to bump that up to 2. Make sure it deploys the sausage. Timo's orbital velocity is like 2. Gravity well is basically a flat plane, you know? War Thunder killed your second screen. Sausage. It probably does have problems. It's certainly not because that when I'm done streaming, I close out all the streaming stuff and I leave KSP up, because I fully intend to come down and like start working on things that I'm going to, you know, mess with next week, and then don't do it. And when I come down to do homework on Monday night, and do my homework, and then I dick around in KSP a little bit, and then I just like, oh, I have to go. But I'm coming back, I promise. Anyway, I end up leaving KSP running for like 6 days straight. Yep, and we chewed through our margins already, so we might have to RCS our way into orbit. So we'll drop these and these down one, because if you kick that engine on, I will murder you. Actually, we could disengage autopilot, stage, and just burn for broke on the RDO 105. We don't have any orbital requirements other than altitude on this thing. So as long as we light the engine at above 205, we can still make this work, as long as MechJeb doesn't intervene and fuck it all up for us. Another thing they said about KSP2 in the keynote, updated the physics system to use all cores. Really? Even playing Crash sucks at CSP. Do you mean KSP? Not KSP. As K is illegal now. He's very illegal, yes. You have no Ks. Physics on all cores would certainly help my cause a lot, probably. Sausage away. We're gonna hit disengage autopilot after this, and I guess we'll just burn for broke on the 105. As long as we get our orbit above the requirement, we should be in a pretty good allegedly. Sausage deploy. It is quite vigorous. You could probably dial down the fuel and the thrust limiter on those SEP motors and claw back a couple of grams. That might have been all the margin we needed for this to succeed. Oh, no, I doubt it. We're at 35 meters per second now of necessary margin. So we'll just someone say 100 years ago. 100 excuse. Okay, bye now. See what you did there. Time stamped. Yeah, it's probably true. A lot of this is because after stage SEP, it pitched nose down pretty vigorously for quite a while. Alright, disengage autopilot, go away autopilot, throttle to 0. I guess RCS to arm, hold prograde vector, RCS to arm, ullage. No, throttle is zeroed, right? You know what? Let's just peg throttle at full. Ullage it. Make sure we're ullaged. Let's check our percentages here. What am I looking for? Prepare very stable. Ignition. Stage. And ignition. Bang! There she goes. Now we just burn for broke. Let's switch this to kill rotation. Edge the nose up just a bit. We got to keep that periapsis above 200. It says. It feels like anomalous behavior. You know, it just seems weird that anomalies would be so frequent. It's hope o'clock. Is indeed hope o'clock. Alright, Cosmic Ray Science is running. Let's check our contract specs here. Huh. What happened to... Oh, our orbital specs. We were already way above where we're supposed to be. Not quite lunar trajectory, but that's fine. We are above the required margin. That's Fantastic. And how's our angle with the sun? Actually, not that bad. We can just, Oh, that's not the angle I thought it was. I'm extra stupid. But that's only for processing background vessel. Definitely not rigid body joints. The previous curl transform system simulates the motion state of all objects in the game is replaced with a new sim transform that dramatically improves performance by unlocking CPU parallelization across all cores. Very, very interesting. Alright, we have met the orbital requirements. We're just going to adjust the angling of this and get it more into the sun. There's a better way to do this. Sun, down, execute. How's our RCS propellant looking? Fantastic. Isn't the actual active vessel physics happening in a separate container? Yeah, when anomalies are in fact that frequent. Actual active vessel physics. Say we're all way above my skill level at this point. Alright, and oh man, how much force is behind this decoupler and how much is it going to screw me? What's in the case? XQC, no XQC. So it's nothing. Yeah, they negate each other, cancel each other out. Yeah, just a little bit of spin and a quick save and a deploy. Katunk. Switch vessels. Can't back away because we don't have comms on this core. So let's switch back and time warp until we are two distinctly separate spacecraft, totally not on a collision course. Alright, and now it just has to survive here for 45 days. Hooray! I know, like, what? Why did dialing that one down seem to work just fine? Hey, what's in the case? What's in the box, Ray? Seems like we've attempted this many times before. Moonshot 6, Moonshot 6 probe, Moonshot 7 probe, Moonshot 3.6. Everything's going so well for us today. But hey, we're not going to sit here with this thing for 45 days, obviously, but maybe we'll give it a pass or two just to monitor our batteries, which 2.4 megajoules, staying right where they should, and hopefully we won't be impacting our transfer stage. But hey, even with some stupidity there early on, we were able to pull this one off, so good for us. Come on, nobody cares. Man, that's kind of cool. We're staying in daylight basically the entire time, and we get and really need to just turn a bunch of the other things off, but here we are. Yeah, this is why we're not going to stay with it for 45 days, because every 10 minutes something else runs out of batteries. Jeez, missing the moon. Everybody's favorite early spaceflight activity, dude, right? Yeah, batteries are staying charged. We've made our first 6 days in orbit, our first 6 days in space, so it has TD to make a Dyson sphere. TD did just land all of England on the moon, so I think a Dyson sphere is maybe a little too mundane for their tastes currently. Alright, 45 days from now we should get a contract completion notice. Let's try to keep our eyes open for that. So we no longer need deep Cosmic Girl, but we'll probably edit that. Man, we need that science to unlock. How is our research coming? Oh god, October 19th for the preliminary and then March 30th. But we need money like crazy so that we can... I think we have enough, actually. Let's go back to integration. Let's get our next moonshot. Man, is it... It's going to be at 0% anyway, so why don't we just build it fresh and keep Geosat for... I don't know, reasons? Do we get credit for the money spent, though? I don't know. I feel like we should, but we're not gonna. And Dyson vacuum to vacuum up the sun. Now you're talking. That sounds right up TD's alley. Did I hit edit? I feel like I did not hit edit. I did hit edit, didn't I? Because it says save edits. That was pretty dang stupid, friend. Alright, we're looking for lunar comms early, right? Why does it say contains locked or invalid parts? Oh, come on, really? Did hitting save not save? Or something? Like, this will cost 28,000. Why will it cost 28,000? We've only got 24, so maybe we're just like one tooling away. But it costs that much because... What the shit? This doesn't contain anything that we can't build with. Thanks a lot, man. Did we tool something? That'll cost 15. Let's just do it. Fine. We'll... No, because we're in edit again. Any changes we make aren't going to be really reflected, but we need like 3 grand more to build the thing. God, that'll save us so much money in the long run, though. Boom. 240 days. Now it costs 23,000. So holy shnikes, spending subsidy. Let's spec the fairings, make sure they're not hitting the thrusters. Maybe we can dial those down just a little bit. Boop boop. Yeah, save us a little bit of mass there. Can we tool these? Nope, they're already tooled. Hey, hey, hey. Slap them on there. 24, yes! We have the money. Let's hit save up here, and then we'll hit save edits down here. Take 244 days to build this behemoth. Wow. Remember that time you sent a Christmas tree to Pluto with the Saturn V as a Christmas tree topper? We did that with Carnassus Saturn V. Oh, man. I don't know how their PCs haven't just absolutely melted. But here we are. Okay, good. Our next attempt at sending totally not a person with a goatee is going to be ready soon. We don't really need Cosmic Girl, but we'll keep those stockpiled because we will reconfigure them for something else later on, probably. What's our dailies? 565. Let's hire some researchers. Let's get 8. 2, 3, 5. Ding. Cha-ching. There we go. We could probably hire another 100 if we had the money. We have the daily money to do it, but we're just trying to get our research going here. We would like that stuff to open up sooner rather than later so that we can do stuff with it, I guess. Experimental Animal 3 has been placed in a shaving chamber. Not yet. But no higher than the Coke maker. Those would be farmers, Tyrannosaurus. Thinking of something of more of a Breaking Bad persuasion. All right, crew. Yeah, not. Hey, None of these are tourists. What the shit, yo? Great. I killed the... We don't have another animal, apparently. Scientists and pilots. I just slap that one in there. Does that one count? Contract specs. Yeah, that one is doing its thing. Aminal crew. Space for at least one crew member. That should be checked. Use generated tourist. Can't. There isn't one. Who are all these people? How do I refresh the tourists? Next generation of test animals will simply have narrow line space suits. So this test animals actually supposed to be a non-curable, yeah. In verbiage only. First one. Wasn't sure it was a joke or not. No, not a joke. There's supposed to be a tourist here that is named a test animal, but we killed it, and so now there isn't another one. Was a curable, but so the goatee sent it to test. Oh man. I cancel edits, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we come back in a little bit. Cheat menu and revive. Ah, yeah. No more free tourists. I have to buy test animals. Come on. Just go. There's plenty of gators around. Just go get the gators, man. Kerbals, right? Dead. Yeah. Herbert James died. Lee Moss died. No, Herbert James retired. Where's test animal? I create. Tourist. Level 0. Plenty of courage. Plenty stupid. Name. Test. Animal. Create. See if that works. Okay. Via car crash. Go kidnap somebody with a terrible goatee real quick. Just hit the bars. You'll find them. I don't know. It is the 60s. There should be plenty of terrible goatees to choose from. You want to hear a real funny story? I was once the guy with the terrible goatee. In my defense, it was 2002, and I didn't know any better. Earliest crew retirement. Who the hell is Julia Myers? And where's my stupid tourist? I've been born too late to get a free seat on Rocket. Get out of this area in Florida, the 60s is a real hotspot of terrible dive bars. But imagine that also. So, hold on a second here. With the menu up, we're going to run through this again. Yeah. Can we call them test animal? Or is that going to get renamed again? Create. Kerbal created. Boom. And nothing. Pilot, scientist, scientist, pilot, 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 scientist, pilot. Inventory? This works. No. Not quite what we're looking for. Position, thrower, difficulty, physics contracts. Now, it would have to be under Kerbals, right? And I don't see our missing tourist in here either. This is frustrating as all hell. Yeah, I'm looking through cheats currently. Is there nothing in cheats? Missing crews respawn and difficulty? Lost crews respawn? We'll try that. How long does that Man, is that going to bring back our 2 legitimately dead Kerbals? You could edit save file then for the original. Yeah. God, I don't want to have to do that. I want it to just work. Parts assemblies, process mount detection, audio strings. It's Yeah, I don't know what to do about this because this is frustrating as hell. So maybe we just fly it empty and then force complete the contract. Oh, not what I want to do yet because I want to go to what difficulty, which is probably gonna be cheats, right? Difficulty and turn off Lost Crews Respawn because I don't want to bring back our 2 legitimately dead Kerbals. We'll hit cancel edits here. We'll fly it empty. We'll force complete the contract. We'll just pretend that there's a terrible goatee in a Nairline spacesuit. Or I don't know. Maybe I mean I guess yeah. And apparently we just hired another one, so I'm gonna have to ding myself for another 14 grand on that. But yep. Lost 2. It doesn't count. All right. We really should fire Julia Myers because we did not legitimately hire her. What we were going to, so maybe I just take the 10,000 credit ding and we leave it at that. Ship manifest can provide a specific Kerbal. I don't have ship manifest installed on this one, unfortunately. Or do I? I do not see ship manifest down on my low bar. What is this one though? Copernicus. Click through blocker, input locks. That's transfer window planner, alarm clock. Yep. No, I want that to go away for sure. And distant object enhancement and real shoots. Okay, so nah. I think we'll just fly it. We'll take the crew out, fly it empty, and then go from there. We'll just force complete the contract if we can. Let me just try. No, can't edit it from here. So close. Just one quick attempt, just to see. Just to see. We'll see what happens. If now suddenly our tourist has shown up again. If it has, rolling it. Excuse me, roll it back. Roll it back so that we can edit it with the crew and then roll it back out. Sucks because it costs money, but I did just get a free astronaut, so maybe we just call it even. I don't know. Ta-da! Jump over here. Do we have a tourist? No, we do not have a tourist. Excellent. All right, so that's something that needs to be looked at. Fun times. Launch. Clear. Add. We've just got these two. Or the one. So we're going to fly it empty and then we'll force complete if we actually pull it off this time without a screw up on launch. Fingers crossed. Like, I would have flown a tourist, but there weren't any around. I don't know. Everybody got scared, shaved their goatees. What do you want me to do about it, huh? Kind of at a loss for words here. Alright. So then. Alright, attempt 2. Ascent guidance, please. We're going to go to a slightly higher apogee this time. Yeah, let's just take it to 205. Why not? That seemed to work for us last time. With a stop at stage 2, that's way the hell on up there. Alright, so that should be sausage, that should be escape tower, and that should be deploy. So we'll stop at stage 4. Bow, engage autopilot, and yeah, ignition. Here we go. Solid light on all 3 engines. We are a go. And let's biz warp through some of this stuff so we can try to get as many things accomplished as possible in the next, I don't know, hour and 20 minutes. Which, man, hour and 20 minutes sounds like a long time. Playing Kerbal Space Program, that's like enough time to get exactly one thing accomplished. And I'm real mad that it's not lunar orbit. Boosters away. Furry convention. It's a dust animal. Oh no. Well, there was the mental hole that I didn't really want to fall into today, but thanks for that, Tyrannosaurus Studios. Well played. Alright, we'll pop it out of physics warp when it comes time for the RDO 105 ignition, and hopefully we won't, I don't know, catch fire and die. Go, little buddy. You can do it. Yay! Overheat warning. Oh, on our parachutes. Okay, fine. 1 second until deploy. Staging. Don't you pitch up like that. RCS to arm. Get it back under control, buddy. Come on. Seriously? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You've got to be kidding me. You seriously have got to be kidding me. Shit never happens until I come out here and then all of a sudden everybody wants to do ballet. Alright, so we might need a bump from our OMS engine. Like, we did the test flight perfectly. Nobody wanted to do any dance moves. Now here we are. What in the fuck are you doing, man? Alright, back on course. We're going to separate the LES a little early. Claw back some of that margin. Unfucking believable. We still got some margin on the board, allegedly. So hopefully we are still on track for a successful flight here. Nothing exploded this time, so we're definitely doing better than last time. We did not have to hit the abort button. And we made it to space. Hoodalolly. Why is there no arm button here? I guess maybe my real shoots configuration is different than my other install. I don't even see a real shoots thing over here, so I guess we'll have to fudge with that later on. I guess. That's interesting as hell. So many things just seem quite weird. Alright, sausage deploy. Clearing away. And grind to a screeching halt. He's not wrong. Oh, man. Alright. Let's press on to orbit. Yeah, apparently we're going to have a pretty decent amount of margin. I did not expect us to come out of this with more than 100 meters per second left in the tanks, but I guess a Kerbal is or even a test animal is a not insignificant amount of mass to be included in the spacecraft, so that's a thing, I'm sure. Alright, let's get this done so that we can do our full orbit and some change, get this thing returned, force complete our contract, and move on with our lives before our crew training expires, which I'm certain that I'm going to have to bump their training up again anyway. At least refresh them for the mission. Is it Mandy? Mandy's our only astronaut that can do this now? Everyone else retired? Lame. And there's our camera change. Engines off. We are in orbit 205 by 204. RCS is currently armed. Staging. Very clean. H thrusters not responding. That's interesting. Insufficient avionics. Yeah, we don't care. We have to be on station for an hour and 37 minutes. At least. There's an hour 31. Sure, why not? Just write it out a little while longer because we can. Make sure we're clearing the contract stuff. And if we do, I'd rather not come down at night. So let's make our burn at night so that we can come down during the day, probably. Day to day-ish. We'll do it right here. Periapsis. Angle to retrograde, please. Bingo. Alright, we'll start with the solids just to clear the fuel out of that. Nice long burn on those deorbit motors, bring us down to 84. We'd like to get it down to about -40. Nice deep periapsis for our Mercury capsule. Plenty of fuel in our little maneuvering thruster, so we'll just fizz warp up through some of this. Bum, 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 bum. There's our camera change, and bring it back. Ding, we'll just shut it down at 30, why not? And then we'll switch. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick save, perhaps. And then, tunk, service module is away. Let's bring them home. Alright, and yeah, it's on retro still, so that should be fine. Glowing like we're overheating, that's interesting. Why can't I arm the parachutes? Boom, boom. Yep, avionics unlocked. Scent guidance, you can go away. I would like to, it's like they want to open. Toggle info. It's nice that I can do that, but I really would like them to, I don't know, we quick saved. Oh, really? Really, bro? Dude, whatever. Let's just see what happens. There's no arm parachute button. Staging causes them to stage. Who'd have thunk it? Right? Yeah, disarm parachute. I just want to confirm that disarm parachute is the selectable option, not arm. There is no arm parachute. Where are we coming down? That would be a good thing to know. The Indian Ocean. Probably. Yeah, I don't think we'll make it past the Philippines. Please keep your butt in the wind. Let's bring this up so we can monitor our ablaters ablating. Oh, it hits the model with a separate parachute part you have to stick in there. Oh, is this the model? No, this is just one big piece. There's no separate parachute chunk in there. Same for the nose cap part. There was no separate parachute that needed to be just stuck in there, I don't think. Oh, this is just one part. Whack. Yeah, probably. RIP test animal N+1. Here comes the heat. Yeah, that ablator is certainly ablating, so hopefully we push through this pretty quick. We got about 3 kilometers per second to shut off. About half of our ablator remain. Oh no. Thermal warnings on the heat shield. Or the capsule. Who knows? Nope, that's definitely a heat shield. If it were on the capsule, we'd have the bar down here on the staging stack. It's not pushing up, so roasted the monkey. Okay, what in the seriously? Again, this is a descent profile I've tested a dozen times. Why does it work on my other computer but not this one? Alright. Should we go more negative or less negative? Let's switch to prograde. Let's go less negative. The snake you did was orbit red. Okay, so you're saying I should try this exact profile again with a negative 31. Monkey isn't roast. Monkey is smitten by the power of God and anime. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Alright, we'll try it this way and we'll hit surface retrograde next time through. So let's go ahead and stage. Will not. I really just want the arm parachute button. Deploy. Okay. So loop it around, hit here, go to surface velocity negative. Keep our parachutes attached this time. Fizz warp on in. Let's do this 9 more times. Okay. We'll just, oh yeah, we need to bring up our heat shield to monitor our blading. Whip. Like I said, I've waited to tell him till afterwards. He's good at that. Like, man, because it was, man, what was Thursday? I was testing with this thing and walking through contracts, and I put it on surface velocity negative for reentry, and the off angle between, well, I guess our AOA meant that this got pitched into the wind just enough to start overheating. And so I made a note. I have my note right here. Orbit velocity retro for reentry. Periapsis between negative 20 and negative 50. So, I don't know. Let's, I don't know. SimAv is much more up to date on what works in the new builds, which I do update via CCAN every Sunday before I start streaming. Which I don't know. I guess I should change my methodology and update the install after I stop streaming. And that way all my experimentation throughout the week is still relevant when I start. There's overheat on the heat shield. It looks like it's holding stable. Don't call me out on my bullshit heat shield. And please don't melt. Alright, down to 6.3. No adverse happenings as of yet. Not slowing down as fast as I'd like. But we haven't popped an overheat warning on the capsule yet either, so I guess that's improvement, eh? 0.7 kilometers per second. Heat bar is holding. Oh, buddy. Ah, heat bar has dissipated. We're actually cooler now. 4 kilometers per second. Quick save. God damn it, Tyrannosaurus. Why would you do that to me? No. Fuck. Done. Quick save taken, you dick. Isn't orbit off 2 degrees on yaw axis because of ground track is off by 2 degrees, assuming 28.55 degree inclination. Dude, that's way above my pay grade. I have no idea, but sure. And hey, look, we're coming out of the worst of it. We're sub 3 kilometers per second, so the heating should definitely be tapering now. And we're through it. Back to Fizzwort. Let's hit deploy on this and see if that deploy actually means arm. I don't want to do that one until we're in a safer spot. RCS to disarm. Why not exploded? I'm used to it. I know, these explosions. They should be much more frequent. We've only had like 4 today. Alright, when we get to about 5 kilometers, if we haven't seen that drogue chute go, we'll pop it off and... No, that one's blue, so that means it's armed. So I guess deploy parachute is now arm parachute. Drogue is open and clear. Did put a hole in your parachute. There it is. There's the hole in the parachute. Good job. Maybe I just hit stage twice when we lost the 1 kilometer altitude range. Falling nice and gently. Test animal N+1. There we go. Clean as a whistle. Yay! Homeopathic parachutes. Preemptive F for whatever kills monkey this time. I'd, you know, saltwater asphyxiation. Landing bag. We forgot the landing bag. Recover. Normal recovery. Dang it. Recover. Normal. Gotcha. Yes. Crash hits Alt F4. Monkeys died. When Crash hits Alt F4. Alright. We'll force complete that contract and move on with our lives. Yay! We did it. It feels so disingenuous to do it this way, but here we are. Contract. Active. First test flight animal crew complete. Ding, there we go. Never should have taken that contract, but alright. We got enough money to duplicate this little guy. So we're going to need 2, maybe 3 flights of it to complete the crewed whatever the hell. Alright, warp to complete. Warp to complete. You have to wait until friggin' March. Because Twitch wants money. How did ad block not work here? Yeah, Twitch. First pass at homemade ginger ale syrup. Ooh. That sounds really good. Alright, yeah, Deep Cosmic LC Orbit. Okay, so Deep Cosmic Girl will be done, but we need to wait to edit that until we have our more sciencey bits unlocked. So I think the next thing we're actually going to fly. Oh, wait, crew training. Derp, derp, derp. Astronauts. Training. Mission Mercury. Mandy Kruger, start training. Training. Proficiency Mercury. Julia Myers, start training. Jesus, 19... No, that's retirement date. I was like, the training won't be done until 1968? Are you kidding me? 30th October 1962. That's not too long from now. Hopefully the rocket will be done by then. Just mix ginger and ale. It's like a quarter pound of fresh ginger, simmered 1-to-1, sugar syrup for a couple of hours. Not perfect, not bad, but it sounds really good. I didn't know making it was that easy, but alright. Warp to complete. We just need to bankroll some cash so we can buy some tooling, I guess, or scientists, I guess. We could hire some more engineers and speed up this Lunacom, so that will be done March 1963. Raiden 9 somehow. Would always, if possible. Next time you go closer to 1-to-1-to-1 with ginger, sugar, water. And then you mix it with seltzer and some lemon or lime juice. Ooh. I should be writing this down. Let's go to staff. Let's hire some engineers for the big pad. Let's hire 2 first off. Make that a nice even number, and then 10 more, because why the hell not? That'll light a fire under their butts, right? We'll hire 10, 20 more researchers. Try to just knock that time down on this. Okay, so that'll be done October 16th, and that will be done end of March. So dang it, we really can't do a whole lot until March of next year, and that bothers me somewhat. Shouldn't we have had the completion? No, it hasn't been 45 days yet, right? It's August. We're going to warp to September. Ding. Moonshot 7, we lost control. I don't care. Bruce probe, go away. We're going to do just a little bit of cleanup here. Moonshot 6 and 7 need to be turned off because nobody cares about them. They're actually not going to radio any science back, so good day. And all the telecoms can get turned off. I'm really tired of their nonsense. You don't even need to show in the list anymore, bruh. Thundersat, and yeah, you're done. Moonshot 6, you can be turned off because we don't need to hear from you. You're pretty useless. Comms test 1, good day. Cosmic Girl is the only one that we're kind of waiting on. Nice homemade candied ginger to eat. Ooh, I have nuked your spacecraft. The weekly question persists. We could fly another Moonshot 7 just to see if we can get it right this time. Although honestly, I don't know if it's going to have the Delta V to get its orbit low enough. But now I don't want to. Now I kind of want to try. That would about round us out. But we could do our... No, because we can't fly that until October because crew training, and that was dumb of me. But we will duplicate. Maybe we can have all 3 boosters ramped up and ready to go by the time March comes around and we can do stuff about it. And someone on YouTube called Droopy. Alright. When will it have been 45 days, and should I just go check on Cosmic Girl for the time being? Hey! Those are checked off, so what gives? Is the contract complete? I should have checked that before jumping into here, but I guess we'll go check on the satellite and see what's going on with it. I guess it's not going to radio in until we hit the 100%. Oh my god, it's such a dang disaster out here. Cosmic Girl. Fly. Let's just check in and see what happens. Every tons of months. It's like 20 seconds long. Oh man. Fun times. Fun. Oh, too much fun. The devs have spoken. Alright, let's bring up our contract here. Ding! There it is! Yay! Contract complete. I'll take it. Anti-Flight Animal Crew, that worked. Cosmic Ray Satellite Beyond LEO has worked. You are waiting. Are you waiting? Yep. We got all 13 whatever science for deep space observation there. We can go back to the Space Center. Yay! We just had to check in on the little guy. Gosh, YouTube viewers must think you're dead. Yeah, probably, yeah. Someday, in the future, I will have time to edit videos and make things that I actually want to make. And then, you know, the channel's just sitting there waiting on me. Probably. I don't know, YouTube could go defunct and I could lose my entire videography. Tell them you're not dead. I am not dead. Alright, do we want to try Moonshot 7 again? Just to give it a shot? Or do we want to just press on and wait and do it with the Lunar Comms mission? Waste another booster for no conceivable reasons? I cannot decide what the hell I want to do. Other than maybe check in on... No, I don't need to check in on R&D. I can just go to the research here. Oh, hey, 3-8. It's my birthday. Plug your Twitch in a short. That's low effort. It should be low effort. You know, you're not wrong. When do astronauts finish training? Complete Mission Mercury, 30 October 1962. It is 16 October, so we can definitely do that pretty quickly. But we can also attempt this moonshot again. Oh, hey, Sunny D! Sunny Delight? God, I can't decide if it's even worth it, but you know, if we pull it off, it's worth it. So maybe we just give it one last shot. Because it can get there... Oh, I should have changed the science bits out. I should have put on... That's going to require... Oh, hey, it's cloudy. Oops. Meh. It happened. Alright. Yeah, I guess we're here. This is what we're going to do. First crewed orbital might have to wait until next week. That's true. That one did not make space low. And I think, honestly, if we dial in that periapsis really, really well, we might be able to satisfy the orbital requirements of the contract. Could, might, maybe somewhat-ish. So, we shall give it a shot. Alright, Ascent Guidance. 200 seems to work for you. Let's go out, Moon, set as target, launch into plane of target, and engage autopilot. Whew, okay. No F-ups this time, please and thank you. What is this? You go up here. Just looking at emojis. Emojis. Alright. Please, no dancing. Please, please, no dancing. We totally don't have the margin for that nonsense. Ignition 0. Green engine on the board. Throttle up. We are skyward bound. No fuck ups. Only fuck sideways. Wiggle, wiggle, rockets be gone. No, you wiggle wiggles. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B start. B, A start. Yep. Alright, we got blood mode enabled. I don't know what that's going to do for KSP, but I'm glad we get to find out. Rip test animal N plus 1. Kerosene is now blood. Yeah, engine failure is imminent. I guess depending on the sugar content of said blood. I don't know. What else might be chemically energetic in blood? I don't know. I don't know. It's. Nope. No clue. 3, 2. Let's bring it out of time warp stage. Hey, buddy. Do you want to maybe pitch up a bit? Thank you. There you go, sweet pea. It's a kid's blood after eating all of the Halloween candy. Yeah, ISP shouldn't suffer too much. Into Fizz Warp all the way up until sausage deployment. There's fairings up. I could have done that a little earlier, but it looks like we got a good amount of margin on the board, so we're just going to ride it out. Alright, minute 48, yeah. I'm scared to step it up into 4x Fizz Warp in case something goes cattywampus on us. I hate it when things go sideways. Alright, 40 seconds until sausage deployment. Yeah, and I guess a next variant. I say there really isn't a whole lot to do to improve on this booster. It's so perfect as it is, but we really could... Oop, I forgot to come out of Fizz Warp. Good thing it didn't kick us around. Really need to dial down those SEP motors. That's a little excessive. It's Peter Griffin's energy drink he made with kerosene. Ooh, margin 74 meters per second and falling. Come on, friend. You can do it. Almost there. 8 more seconds. Stay in the positives, please. Don't bite me, residuals. Camera change. Yes, we are in orbit. Sent guidance. You can go away. Create node. 1 hour, 23 minutes. Are you kidding me? You're going to make me do a whole pass on that? Yeah, you sure are, because we have to take the orbit. That's going to suck. Boiloff might murder us on this. To get those teeny Mercury posigrade motors, you could swap out to them. Oh yeah, that's a good reason to look into the SRB tech line. All right, let's RCS to arm. Throttle is 0. Let's stage it out. Tunk, and let's replot the node to account for that. Create node. 1 hour 23 minutes. Okay. Execute next node, please. Skibbity bop doo. More set motor options is honestly the only reason you research SRBs. Fair. I'll say, yeah, man. One of my test builds, I was oh yeah, it was orbital perturbation. I was experimenting with stacking like 4 or 5 orbital perturbation satellites on top of this rocket and using some of those No, what was it? The Pioneer correction motor to deploy them. And, you know, it worked not terrible. Yeah. The tiny SRBs from the Pioneer program. Yeah, those. I was experimenting a lot with those. Great for getting rid of stages you don't need to go anywhere fast, right? Like, just give it a very gentle push for 8 seconds or whatever it is. Alright, ullaging. 3406 on the board. 3100 on the clock. We are running. Oh, buddy, just get us there. And how much propellant do we have left in those? Enough-ish. I'll lock one of these to save us some of that fuel for our inevitable need to correct like crazy. Let's jump out here real quick while we wait for our imminent engine failure. "17 seconds and we know where we're going to be." Are those outrigger thrust chambers part of the engine itself for steering these out here? Yeah, that's part of the engine model. And they are for gimbal, or, you know, vectored thrust control. Ooh, off by 4 meters per second. Abort kill rotation. They don't work very well. Wow, we are way out there. Is it more than 6? Yeah, it's more than 6. So let's hold N key. What were we at last time? 3, 6, 2, 1. Down, down, up, up, right, left, right, AB off. Man, what's that the code for? It ends in off. The main chamber, they're the veneers for the RDO 105. The main chamber is fixed. So fixed as in it doesn't move. So let's bring this down to what? 2 point. Let's dial it in here because well we can't stage right now because we need to plot the node. So let's put this where we actually want it to be. This is so dumb. I'm doing this absolutely bass-ackwards, which is sub 100 kilometers. 98. And come on. Let me make a node, you asshats. Oh, this is my favorite bug. Alright, we had 380, we left with 170 in the tank. Oh, the kid stole my calculator. Fuck me. But some of that was because we were pronating a little bit, which we will probably be again. 380 minus 172 is 208. So we need to plot this out for about 208 meters per second. That's 215. What does that buy us? Not less than 5 mil. What do we need to do to get that below 5 mil? It's 9, 6, about there. 388 meters per second. So, oh, fuck me. Even if we burn perfectly, we're not going to be... Yeah, well, if we burned absolutely perfectly with none residuals, the margins on it are about 3 meters per second. I think the 170 post maneuver was because you ended up going in a weird direction. Yeah, it was because of pronation. So, like, hopefully we can do a little bit better than that, but I'm honestly just assuming that we're going to be pronating in the same way. So switch this to node, let it do its thing. This one sends crash to hell. Let's try it. Down, down, up, up, right, left, AB heck. Let's just check, make sure we didn't run out of thruster fuel. No, we're good. Hopefully we'll have enough in that tank to stabilize ourselves and meh. Honestly, drop a hard save now and trial and error your post-decoupled trajectory. Yep. You can click on me, Simulator 2024. Pure now. Yeah. I'm gonna wait until this gets in line and then we will Alt F5. And see what we can pull out. The stream just ends. Did your PC come with you? Of course it did. Can't send me to hell without my PC. How am I going to suffer if I can't play KSP? Alright. Soft save for reloading. Quick save number 37. We'll actually name this I should learn to type. Holy hell. Save. There we go. Saving. Boom. Done. Alright. Now I'm going to put a quick save dummy when you fail, and I'm going to ignore it because we are experimentizing. Scusa. That started to ramp up. Let's set it at 1 mil and see what we get. Seems so far out. My goodness. I don't think there's a downside to the parry being too low here. If you can get away with it, I agree. If we go sub 100 but we're above like 15, we're going to ride with it and just see what happens. Oh, it still told us to point at the node. That was so dumb. Now I lost my angle. Forks. So dumb. What are we at? Let's tap that out to about there. Okay. Shit. I just want to see what our resultant is, but our angle's wrong, so it doesn't matter. So we need to start over. Son of a bitch. Anywhere above 20 is safe, and anywhere above 10 is worth trying. I agree. Most fun scenario is the decoupler is unstable. Yeah, I left it on node, so we gotta start over. It was right before we started backing out. Really? Man, are we pointing at the node? Yeah. Kinda? Yeah. Quick save dummy when you fail. I will ignore you because I am experimenting. Alright. And switch you to kill rotation. Let's back it out. Back it out to 1 mil and then hope for the best. And hope that maybe the decoupler doesn't magically rescale its force percentage. Well, I guess we've already reloaded once, so if it was going to rescale its force, it would have done so already. Alright. 1.6. That's not 1.6. Let's unlock our other fuel tank here. Boom. Boom. Spin. True. It is a diseased eagle. It's an ill eagle, but that's illegal. It is. It very, very, very much is. But really, like, the margins on this flight are going to be so incredibly dumb and tight that I'm willing to cheat a little bit. Or do illegal. How much spin is too much spin? The moonshot could only just spin. Alright, moonshot. Staging in 3. We'll stage from map view. Staging in 3, 2, 1. Damn it. And why is it moving? Did we pick up the free mass bug? Son of a bitch. Alright, so that left us at 2.5. Let's, we need to try again. We gotta get lower. These are rookie numbers. You gotta get that number. I'll unfollow you if you don't. Bye. I will honor all of your quick saves when my experimentation is complete. Node. So I'm going to back it out to 780,000. Am sad-faced. View. Back it out. It takes it a bit of save scumming for trial and error. Is valid replacement for the hundreds of hours the engineer real-time mission would have. Agree. Take this out to... yeah, we'll try 7. Ah, I left it on node again, you dumb fuck. Good thing that was what? Normal positive? No. Radial positive, right? Let's use all the thruster fuel. Radial negative. Real engineer gets fired after killing the second monkey. Do they though? I mean... That big fuel is for nerds. I'm an engineer, not a wildlife specialist. It was not my job. Yeah, that's what the monkeys are here for. Right? Right. Alright. Kill rotation. Let's just... No. Radial negative is probably about as accurate as we think. Why bother putting them in anything? Nah, I'm gonna die. Tell the everyone staff to ban you from playing it. Nothing would make them happier. Alright. We settled. We settled. What have we settled on here? 593. Let's... Nope. Back this out just a little bit more. 7. There we go. Switch you to off and spin it up. Might work if you paid for anything, right? False advertising. You know, everybody knows I suck at this game, so I don't know what other reputational destruction can be done here. Spin, spin, spin. Spin from map view. Try the decouplering again. 3, 2, 1. What the shit? I'm very, very, very confused. Oh. We're coming around the opposite. How the Decoupler isn't consistent between save loads. Yep. It actually bumped us the other way this time, which is only inconsistent, but just horrendously bad. Oh, yeah, and looks like... Alright. Node. Kill rotation. Quick saving dummy. I love that for you. It's just the best. It really is. It keeps you on your toes, you know? Consistency. Who the fuck needs that? bumped me the other way last time. I'm so confused. I'm legit so why are you blaming decoupler when it's probably colliders? You know, both work. Alright. So if I just stage it, now that was much more consistent. That looked like what it should have been. I don't know. Nothing between these two stages are clipping. Respect my authority. Alright. At least it bounced us in the correct direction that time. So that experiment, focus view, let's back us out. I think 750. They're not clipping visually. Man, is there another way I should be checking then? I'm knowing it would be to add a make colliders visible button to the VAB. Oh. Yeah, that might work. $797. Let's unlock our auxiliary tank. Actually going to try to spin it this time. Switch to off. Start the spin. Debug stuff mod. Remember a lot of cool and fun issues with collider model desync. Huh. And that smells like sarcasm. KSP has always had save state issues since forever. Yeah, that's true. Everything. Yeah. Now, how's it going, Sid? Sid View 1. Man, I know I butchered that. I'm sorry. Is Sid okay? Can we just go with that? Does the debug stuff mod let you see if a hatch would be obstructed in the editor? You need that. We all need that. Alright, staging in 3, 2, 1. Tunk. Fuck! So forking close. Hey, it's going up. For absolutely... It's somewhere between 5 and minimum. Now it's going back down. Our apogee is shifting by what I would consider a sizable amount. Alright. I think we got this almost dialed in. Probably last try. Simulations are for that. Just realized you have Prime and should use it here. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. But it might be the best buyer's remorse on the internet. Alright. So that's locked in. Well, we need to adjust our altitude. Focus view, back it out. Let's take it to like 850-ish. I mean, you always catch on a regular basis. Oh. Well, thanks, Ampersand. Something about look at your life, look at your choices. Alright, 848. Let's unlock fuel and spin it up. I should have unlocked the fuel before hitting that quick save, but here we are. I wish I had ship manifest just so I could vent that remaining kerosene and liquid oxygen, make this spin up go just a little bit faster. What I should actually do is stop paying for Amazon Prime. Hey, well, you know. I mean, same. But here I am, and man, do I love that 2-day shipping. Ooh, and it's going up. Well, it's kind of oscillating. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Alright, staging in 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Fuck, what are we at? 70s. Yes! Take it. Time warp now before... Oh, God. Look at... I think we're pronating way worse than before. But hey, we're not doing too bad. Sub 100. That's what we were looking for. And it looks like we got it. 67 is what we dialed in at. Let's recast the node while we still have comms. Looks like we do pass through it. What's our minimum delta V to get below 5? Is it out of range already? 370, 376. So our margin's about 4 meters per second. Is the probe unbalanced? Shouldn't be. Like, it's got internal stuff, but other than that, like now, there's nothing on it that's, I don't know, wonkily, or that should be unbalanced. These square panels might be throwing it off, but they should be offset by each other and the existence of the other ones. I guess colliders it is then. Fine. Ugh, why do you hate me so much? Alright, let's see what we can pull off here. Looks like there's some kind of cracking issue on the probe since the trajectories keep changing in real time with no thrust. That is an error I see pop up after a few hours of playing a game. It's in range if you scrape the surface very gently. Just, you know, drag that antenna across it. We popped out of time warp, didn't we? We did. Alright, let's get there. Get there. Get there before you run. Stop telling me about things running out of batteries. I don't care. I am busy. Yeah, I'll say if I play KSP for too long, I come across this issue where I get just random ghost forces once I'm in orbit, changing things. Oh, dude, no, our batteries are gonna die. You've got to be kidding me. Is our angle with the sun that bad? It really shouldn't be. And I guess we're much more edge on and we're not getting much charge on these panels at all. Yeah, like 13%. You guys should all be in shadow. Those should come up to like 100%, but fuck me. All this fucking work only to run out of goddamn batteries. Suboptimal. highly suboptimal. Yep, no experiments are running. That's the truth. How long do we have to go? I mean, we are 2 days in. We've got 2 days and 5 hours to go. We're way below the 50% mark on our battery. So, yeah, I think batteries are going to be dead by the time we get there, and that sucks. That sucks real bad. Yeah. I really just want to like scream and kick. This is a bad idea to reattempt this because it sucks and like the batteries are going to be dead before we even get there. So like, doesn't matter. We should be hitting new science. But it won't matter because the batteries will be dead by the time we get there. What year are we in? 1962? Yep. October 23rd, 1962. And shit sucks. We're gonna be dead before we even get to the moon, so it doesn't even truly matter, and does it? Boom. Yeah, well, it's kind of like blipping control, so maybe we'll actually be able to fire these engines. Before we do any of that, let me turn the science off so that it doesn't nuke our batteries before anything happens, but it looks like our power is kind of fine year for weird spaceflight failures. We can just go ahead and be canonical on it, right? Oh, sorry. Good. Looks like our burn will be in the sunlight, so maybe we'll have just enough battery to light this puppy and see what the hell happens. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what we can do here. Aged like a fine ampule of rocket-grade pure ethanol. I don't think we're going to be within spec anyway, but we will give it a shot. 30 minutes. Yeah, still kind of bouncing on the on, off, on, off, on, off. Whee! That was a camera change. Very sorry, everyone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4 minutes remaining. If it'll let me stage, I'm just going to wrap on that button until we can't anymore. Although, can you turn off instruments? Not the only two instruments we have are already off. But I don't know. Let's check. What can we do here in the next minute? Like, command, blip, blip. I don't know what we would turn off, really. What's our time to node? A minute 17. I don't really know, but it looks like we might have just enough oomph in the batteries, and hopefully it'll be at nearly the appropriate time to fire this thing, and maybe, I don't know. I don't think we're actually going to get into, I think we'll get into orbit. I don't think we'll get into such an orbit that we will satisfy the contract requirements. Staying live for 7 seconds at a time, yep. It just needs to be at the correct second. Close enough is good enough. Yeah, horseshoes and hand grenades. Here we go. 4:33, finger on the trigger. 30 seconds. We're going to try to light it right as, well, time to periapsis is 18 seconds, so I think we'll fire it right at periapsis because that's when it will be most effective. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Solid light on the engine. 177 meters per second left in the tank. Resultant apoapsis is 21.59 million. Not enough to satisfy contract requirements. Unfortunately, we have yet again failed our apoapsis check. I know. Damn it, so close. How hard did we get bid on residuals? 240 milliliters remaining. Damn it. Oh well. Oh hey, we're bouncing comms off another satellite. That's good news. That means hopefully we can do that when we start landing stuff on the far side of the moon. Guess I'll go ahead and kick the instrumentation back on. If we're gonna bleed these batteries out, we might as well get something out of it, right? Dink. Dink, running, no electricity, running, no electricity. And that will be the entire rest of your life. So, fantastic. There's that. At least it's something. I mean, it's not. It's nothing. We've done nothing again. Turn on infinite fuel for like 10 milliseconds. Nah, I'm not going to cheat my way into winning this contract. I'm going to pull it off legitimately for reasons and stuff. Alright, I got about 15 minutes. I wonder if there's anything really worth doing, if we should just go ahead and raid somebody. 'Cause I don't know what, we can't really do the crewed orbital flight in 15 minutes. Oh yeah, the crew training won't be done. No, the crew training should be done. I don't really want to like get her to orbit and then like leave y'all on the cliffhanger on will she survive the re-entry or not. And the answer is no. Grrr. And we're way behind history on first person in orbit anyway. We could go buy some tooling. And Gamma Boost is ready to go. We'll have another one ready soon. Lunacom's early. Should we buy some tooling? More successful than historical attempts at unguided lunar orbit. I guess so. One of those things in orbit was not legitimate. That was a cheat with infinite electricity. The two we did today, I guess, are legitimate. US hadn't even managed to impact until 65. Okay. Well, thanks for making me feel better, Ampersand. I do appreciate it. How's our research looking? Okay, yeah. 3.8. I already checked on that. Let's check on our available contracts. Magnetometry satellite. Oh, hey, we have one of these. Magnetic scan. We have a magnetometer. An elliptical orbit and returns 75% of the science from both low and high Earth orbit. Oh, shit. We have a magnetometer thing. We can totally not do this. I mean, not today, but we can knock that out real quick. So, okay, there's that. I don't have a build ready for that, so we'll have to get on that, I guess. And first orbital flight crewed. We'll go ahead and take this contract too. Getting 200 applicants on success. That's pretty awesome. Sweet. Alright, and that, oh, max 5. We could take 2 more, but there's nothing else that we can really do here. We could do Earth imaging again, I guess. Oh, that it does give us 600 confidence or whatever. That might be worth it, considering I think we have one in storage, or no, we have one queued. Or do we have one in storage? I don't know. Something like that. Call it a lunar free return test. Interesting. Yes. Very interesting. Alright, y'all. I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up a little early, because not much I can accomplish in, 14 minutes anyway. So I guess we'll find another Kerbal streamer to raid. I hope you guys will stick around for that. And yeah, I should be back next week at the normal-ish time, etc., etc. So, sweet. Good stream, y'all. Thanks. Appreciate that. We accomplished things. We actually completed some contracts today. I got stuff to feel good about. After the moonshot, I know, right? Real sad. Maybe that's what I'll spend some time dorking around with. We've got some upgrades that could be applied to that vehicle. I think I've spotted 1 or 2 places where I can free up some mass and get us a better shot at things. So, yeah. It's worth, it might be worth another attempt. And maybe solids won't be the way to go. I don't know. Oh, speaking of solids, here's something we can totally do real quick. That doesn't... Yeah, that gets us the Pioneer Adjustment Motor and the casters. And an upgrade to the Baby Sergeant. That might be worth it. And then here's Mercury Retros. Oh, the Yoggle boosters. Anyway, we got 6 science to spend. Let's go ahead and dump it in the queue. That will mop up pretty quickly, so I think, honestly, we will jump this up to here. Yeah, that'll be done April of next year. A little more than a month and early human spaceflight wraps up. So there's that. Excellent. Save game. Save. Requirement. Alright, y'all. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.
80 kilometers with 75 now. I think that's fairly easy for this rocket. This rocket gets to about 110, 120 with